Wabusa Munya, good evening. Jasu Jumediani, oh journey a Diana journey live on 101.7 FM. Our Ship House, Abeka Junction, part of the Despite Media Group. I want to say a big conglomerate. Peace FM, OKFM, UTV, any day bro plus other businesses, need fufu, this way chocolate drink. You hear you share. And just say the Dawson employ almost 1,000 workers across Babia, yeah, boy contributed to Ghana economy. And the issue I better no, the entire Ghana was here focusing on pertinent issues. I hear you know. Now you're going to court. When you say the Supreme Court, throw out here at the firm LGBT in semi, I fire issues. Now I am of the opinion munim that my kind of the still my fire me position say near my be brave or one of my Ghana and cause MPs them issue even government about it or mother and LGBT assembly after the World Cup and no the Ghana for a work Ghana in 30 million no there may 2,000 for me LGBT for pen engine to Ghana for work Ghana in him say LGBT in the yes MP yeah man also. A man who create your boys ni akopa ho akokase ye LGBT enti de ehia na yakwan ensuo kanea a meka se Dumsor ekoto in this modern day and age a Ghana yete wa no mo a oman na koda nim abrofo African Americans kra beton na adan ni asase wo Ghana ye Dumsor dokro Ghana de wa bie baba shop kra no e asem heat wave or should be at CSC Ghana all because of Dumsor. Now no ya can ya minister and energy ministry. I was so munya PRO papa no ya communication more. In fact, NPP are buying nira or more communication cry a problem. The whole NPP are buying no cry is suffering cause you're calling popo bri in communication. Because in this day and age that Dumsor koso. Ye bebu sa minister, na minister beka so omo yesu omo pay timetable no omo famra. Minister de onya communication expert o. Enti me blame Napo. Onya communication expert. Eya na nka asase de bedia no. Asase a ensem ni nyina start ya kanea no dundum no. Somebody at the Ministry of Energy should have informed Ghana for say this is what we are going through. Say a maintenance and say a maintenance. There should have been update consistent. And yes, so man for the kick yes and son of my catch say Dumsor issue. Into the entire MPP now, we have the men, no. The men in communication, they are struggling with the men and the women. Cause you're quite in terms of communication. Cause you're communication in koye. But it's in an amateur to Facebook say many Abema smart interview about yourself and say bongo one no na me hear me there because me who fly and say smart go interview bongo ideas so me say has the media sunk as low as to this level media for any guas no one that here united e beji adwuma no the media any guas ye go adwuma no we the media we have collapsed the job. It's sad. Say in this modern day and age, ye dum kania. Make us a mami show video no from Teba General Hospital. Light off. Na incubators, machines, so me amete my General Hospital. What ya woman? My General Hospital. Machines is on my ward, labor ward and collada incubators, machine in yeduma. Na ye ko interview bogo ideas. Are we mad? Nigeria for bro for muka. Are we mad? Are we serious? How? Ghana, no, is that where we have gotten to? Are we serious? Ya no kwayana. Huh? That's me as one. Media for the brands who say what's a fire yankasi hu. Media for a brands we must fire ourselves. Let me show you the video. Temajeno.
The no light of what Temajeno says here. Maybe we other sea parts. There's oxygen but no flow meter to connect. This baby is on sea part. There's no light to connect, off. No flow meter to even connect with the oxygen. If we don't get light in few minutes, probability that we might lose a lot of babies is high. The whole world is full. No CPAP, no lights. Everywhere is off. Everywhere is off. Babies are in data. This baby is not fine. CPAP is off. No light to connect. No flow meter to connect to the oxygen. There's oxygen but no flow meter. This is not right. We have about 10 critically ill babies, all on CPAP. The whole place is dark. If you don't get light in few minutes, the probability that we might lose a lot of babies is high. There is no funny at all. Samajena intensive care unit, where critically ill babies are being monitored. Everywhere is off. Everywhere. Babies are on CPAP. Babies are on CPAP. No flow meter. No extra flow meter to connect to the oxygen. At least that would have helped without the CPAPs. That would have helped.
I say, this is Tema General Hospital. 18 amateur sabra social media for near ya be fire ye ho. Tema General Hospital ni o, me ametema ho ne ye wo me Tema General Hospital. And na Dumsor adru ho. And if this is not a state of serious emergency that Ministry of Energy, Senso Gridco, Senso ECGO, somebody must be singing. Now when a Koko any do famous quotation, Koko any do say heads must roll. A whole Tema General, what doom can you say? Yes, a nurse ne try you. Senso say patient be my mini try you. Nipa kwa u try Nyankopon show because en come back ko kasi ye dintro. The old video no, God bless you anymore. But ye who this is you'll be better to be a victimized, but we will not allow it. Ghana now also be a kasa wo near kasi a tree. It's bad. A whole Tema General Hospital, ye doom kania, doom son drew. Emma said the next day cano. Say doom son it's not hot chema dear chan kolabu. And yo yet to my media force so we have lost our way. Media for ya done bloggers. Media for just say na you ko interview when bongo ideas. Hey. Kokuba ku media ni o. Tavan. Media na money Rollins ko hun to kan media ni o. Nata uko jail for media no. Media ni o. Kwasi Pratt. Mu media ni o. Hey. Media na gu say. Yanim na gu asise. Sinking so low as trash. Time na yeah expensive na yeah national asset no ya done time no trash. Are we serious? Ya dum kani aman kola de incubator mu bewu in Tema anya class you. And if this is Tema General Hospital, imagine say Tema General Hospital near, imagine a Krasibi Hospital, imagine a Krasibi Hospital na media for ko yen se hunu make us see the dollar ratio na nam he 12 13 economy inflation am he and na cry say about from inflation am he job creation ya wa he adwuma ni honum ama Ghana boys nyina dane a friend say Ghana boys nyina dane we any frosters scam and omo ye no madidi oman a ye nkrofo nyina dane scammers and MPs are sitting there omo twa de omo esgasha ministers twa de omo esgasha. Now, Ashanti Region Minister Ebusa no bubo projects and one Ashanti Region a chair mobile ABCD. He was struggling. This is the day, the time, the year of reckoning for Aban. Why in your communication be anya Aban? I was said this year there we communication. Aban say why in your communication be anya? This year, dear yes, you must communicate to the people and tell the people why or minor near matters said you must tell us. You must tell the people. You must tell us why Aniamati said Etieno. We cannot continue to be like this. We cannot continue to be like this. We cannot continue to be like this. In the end, we'll go and look at courts and some of the clash between the law and politics. Because I say no, law and politics, no. This LGBT issue, a parliament for you not to a vote. Media, I always say that we are pressing issues to say motorway. Accra Kumasi Road, crying to me and double road. Yanti say NPP file a private members bill. Said by force, yan no double lane. The number of people who are dying on our roads. Yanti say NPP, I private members bill. Yanti say NPP they go to Supreme Court to push the government to work. There be Gracia young cancer near Fesicano, even generator. Tamajano office ya can you do me? Mama cancel as Gracia near Fesicano and to generator. Emma even these critical health institutions, hospital. Nagana for Nahana Moina Moya Mesre. Because that woman and now Papa Bewo, that the BP because I have a hospital, they are the same condition here. You try video nature, and this is where we are going to go in. And yet, young Ghana for the same here. Me see, Captain Smart issue that or the fly and the to also be interview bongo ideas. Almost 1,000 comments. Oh, Captain, yeah. Oh, you are doing. This is why I always say media not pro, the society not pro double because it is what the society is interested in, and a media and the mamo. The society ya penya sasem, ya pe car kwayasem, ya pe hospital asem, ya pe duaniasem, ya pe employment. There's no way any media person will go and put trash and nonsense on air. But yeah, we are proving to media for say ya pe kwasem. Until that's what the media is giving us. Nyasasem ya pe ya be issues. Now no for not almost stroke a costo. In a month, first, no come 100 cases of stroke, and no 1,000 cases of stroke. We don't even care. Politicians say, Mahama promise it. Now, Baomian for promise it. No, Monami. Nobody has even mentioned dialysis, kidney. Say, I'm for kidney crap to NHI because Ghana for your penquasiasem. Your penquasiasem. So we look at the issue between the politics and the law. What was that the term for LGBT assembly or the court? I'm in a court to a case, naturally say a frivolous case. The court will not entertain and say, Chief Justice say, court, no, a war for Yansasem. What would you say, the court doesn't care. They will throw you out. They will sack you. The court will sack you. Now, what happened? They say, President say, I didn't know court, in the area court, something I disagree with the president. Parliament are passing, I didn't just sign it. Huh? Sign it. Near baby. Now the two on sign because our chance court will determine the matter before the sign was signed. Fine. King's man court. Minority watch I say. And yadia. Omodia. Omoba approve it and by ministers not do my ban. You know. Now you do me, I do you. This is what is killing us. So. A man was now make a chemo. Swedro hospital, yes, Swedro. Ahayao, and yet Swedro Hayobi kwa 35-year-old woman. Well, whoop, Swedro Haya. NPC Van Cocoto. Omode Cocoto, wait, you do me, I do you. Nana so on sign to be frustrating the minister. Seriously. Munina, ya be passio, yam passio, ya frustrating minister, so ya frustrating minister, so Munina mo Kodimo S. Graciako. Abai for ya to about 2025, ambassador by GS Gracia. None of you members of parliament and ministers have returned your S. Gracia. Mufan conso. Meaning I Ghana for no a hearing. The hearing. One did them. Oko TikTok crowd here bufu. Content a free Ghana begging at them. Did you Kwasem AMG and Chris Waddle and a and say who? The issues of national development, no, you to know in the next 10 years, 20 years, or take you over Ghana, and it's not important to them. Because in Pennsylvania, it's not important to them. The idea say I say did at them. That is where Ghana has gotten to. And at them, the country. And one it is serious. It is serious. Huh? Corruption, we hear corruption. According to Shrad, over $3 million the coach through corruption. That by the one who say NPP has sponsored private members bill. See, I'm from Parliament say, "Mama corruption is criminal. From 1 city corruption to 1,000 city corruption to 1 billion corruption. Ube them." And these are the ingredients of the offense. You have a special category. What obey you say? No, the ya no. You did a bow. Who could dinner quarter? Who crowd case? You no double fast track. There be private members. Bill, I'm from Parliament. Minister BN one or Beshamra. See, and yet a EFS corruption. Shall all African games here call you? You say over $200 million for all African games. Game new mom it was solid. We Ghana did a good job. Good job. Yeah, dear pa. This all African game solid. Basic assembly must be questioned. And no, you volunteers crying a bank for consider mumpe yala once my all African games, we must know. Sikana mudiana mudisi dino. Emudiana mudu equipment. Emudiana mudiman players. Emudia mumma itemized bill. There be Captain co interview Bongo ideas. Hey, over 200 million. Yati over here him million. Yadeko World Cup 2014. Yakoshi is kind of good. Yeah, we are Kube. Yakot Dina Brazil to Kube $25. Kube a brony bay Ghana for Nessie canning na conco for bottom omadi. Sahani all African games with Rokan and the youth of Ghana. Momon Coco and Mukosia and Kofa ways and me so much mohono. You are not interested in us finding it because the youth no, they are not interested. You think you're interested? Shatawale and Stoneboy beefy and they are interested. AMG Chris Wado and then yes, you'll be the show boy or more kuntoka. That's what we are interested. A man who's a good TikTok and they say, who? Yes, I want yes, will be the nation blog and Kwasia. Ghana, Missy Jumawi, Yenina Yebejai. We will all stop. Our mind doesn't appreciate knowledge anymore. It's a hunukwa. In the next 30 years, in the next 20 years, no, you say, oh, Ghana, you bebre papa. Ya me see ya de you wano. Ya bebre papa Ghana, kolane ebano, on bebre. Because I said, Reverend Martin and Rebio Karen, or say, and Yansafwe, Mohe, and Colano cry, Chese, Yansa, the name age you. Yansa, and can him age. The oil colacra sometimes call one Yansa 10 penny for. So that you give him penny for and Yansa, so that you can work in penny for up to the thing. Senegal. Yet Senegal at about 44-year-old young man. No, you know, Senegal. Yet how? Ghana, yeah, 7 years, Jimino. Senegal for Twaba, a 44-year-old young man. Change. What can the youth now to Amanana? Oman to Amana Kobe Winnie. But to the Tnagama, Fakofi Krantembra, Mediodikaba. Dr. Ankaba, a lot of these young people want to do third force. Oh, we need to mano. Hey, yabebre. Because Uncle for Abo Mudina Chedo, Kofi Krantio, first Dr. Uncle, Odike, Obia, or the video, Chirabus, Obia, or the BBD. Mu to Namo bre, Mubebre so. And your case. We have already cursed ourselves. Serious. We have already cursed ourselves. Because Obia to Obama, 44-year-old young man. Yeah, the idea. Nipani attempt to solve Bape. This one is 200 Ghana. This one is 100 Ghana. This one is say, I give for beer Ghana. I will fight against it. It change now. What's open? And Baka see you, man. Yes, to Obaya, yes, to call sorry them on a first of 1 penny for no scribes of 1 o'clock and now yes, 12 years. Yes, to we are 33. 33 Ghana, they're just so big about a young person. We will fight the person because he can before crowd we need pipe. That's why all these young people are Omoya third force. Obiani and not just Johnny NDC NPP because Sika delegate like John who to mean Tia. Into no they are not so independent because they don't have to deal with delegates. Yen Ghana form. The people of Ghana, Ghana form. It takes only Kokromoti to change the government. It takes only Kokromoti to change what you don't like. And to see NDC failure, who see NPP failure changing, but you have refused to give anybody the chance. And then the guy said, "This is an Ipanama Osikansan, 44-year-old young man." Said that Senegal for when you ask you, be asked or you 200 Ghana cedi, no at our bank, so be winning. Yet this young man is going to start the change that Africa needs. Young man, no matter what or Senegal, is going to start the change that we need. We see General Hospital video no match or no General Hospital, Dumsor. And the minister say, need timetable be or the Bemaying. Hey, sir, me see Napo de Mimblem, ministry, no, and conform on expert, chief director, any communication for doing Kanyama or show what yes, Ghana. No, everybody, they don't even feel the need to tell the people, say this is what is going on. Media phone, ya better, Musama, Sadunto, Koswana, Mama Yahu, the big Mama Yahu, Oko can be brepe, unye. Make me a show so be a Napo nipa because if you no to the nearsi Napo so. But the truth has to be told. In this day and age, Yeah, just say obi to me and I make us a lady swadro wa wu akwa was woman e ba so wu. 2 people dead. We don't see this as news. Any business, any issue, my young. General Hospital, whole time out. When you crave your show, and you fear your po, this is Tema and Chroma Tema. Can you any ho? Can you not doom? Generator Cromunibi. A first a labor ward. Generator cry omunibi. Hey, generator omunibi. A brono Ghana, Messia Bebre. Ghana, ya bebrache. Ya bebrache. Yempe no cra, yempe nyasasem, yempa dia be boyen. The beer issues here na trend more. Somebody must manage the Ministry of Energy. Somebody must tell the Ministry of Energy that there's a social contract between you and the people. Men chain mama for me mebusa answer what you are using the taxpayers' money to do. Catch it. Not the fear me minority and kamoya shadow government at every point in beer. Opposition is a government in waiting. It's a shadow government. Abana you opposition every day when it doubt is all. That is why you push abine. There be the LGBT na court and toka no moko LGBT na kwala na incubator no adumno obewu general so na de baba. Ade amuni say 99.9% of Ghana for nyina ya jatum that say LGBT. Yesu kra LGBT. Obeya ha ne yere no wo de memfa ho. LGBT, but we are wasting time. Can you also do me kum no? And this mama too as a general also to this word 2 people have died. Yenim yakos were regions no. Yenim yakos were crass and Ghana for no. Here yen yanima wa broche no munya kakra no de $10, 10 euros, 5 euros no de aton incubator de bia no de ba and no crowd do port to cry say to your duty. Obe you Ghana ni papa no said about obi kwa wo so wu obe boa nkofo di no any ade doctors ni ade na omo baga na no be boa no you see to your duty abro ni bi no abro ebi no but yen Ghana for na ke yen na ke be boa mo man na gina brane obi a fight ya Ghana and we should support the cause of the needs of the people there be you can support LGBT the whole e be 1 week we are all at a standstill because minority. Any president over LGBT. Sign the enemy president on sign. Sign me. What will it take? One signature. And Tiako sit time Supreme Court. Abranko for General Zutina Kanye Dubno. One signature. All the best sign LGBT law on Intino. People have to die. You wasted time with Supreme Court. Meanwhile, I'm saying, and I'm the catcher. I was a branch. You're very too messy. Yeah, you're very too messy. You had the new move for the farm and new anabueno. Anya bibia mistake omo ya clerical error in court record okodemu 30 years biti dey na legal aid for ebe yi abranche dey the case court omo ko yi abranche when he had spent 8 years in jail okoni nyanyem ne ba oba abontin akola ni so akola doesn't know them na me another example agbesi boy be a friend agbesi me the number UTV abe in interview da agbesi you obi your kwase obi odowanya police station ni aba ma ya che no e no so okọ no akobeli no odu ye no ma ya che no say the voice say Cam Roberts and ye de no kotu mu 30 years na gbesi di ye why legal aid for the cover gbesi case no me de court ni eyi ni free ho. These are the issues and ke expect say NDC NPP MP some parliament ma the private members bill co parliament say if we na legal aid adwuma pa omo ye lawyer Rashid lawyer Rita any ade adwuma pa omo ye no yam funding office kwa legal aid for ni bi and here for ma omo nya mahama ba omo nya nanado ba omo nya oforiata ba omo nya ho abenti they are languishing in jail. 50 to 55% of the people in Insawam yendi omo asemu nwie omo nyina guo everybody has forgotten them. This way any important na Ghana for nse hunu na ye important ma ye eni pe gu jail no and Insawam akuse prison whole prison tamale omo go 51% of them according to legal aid yendi omo asem ye but they are in jail omo te say me na wo me no because we benya asem se si am ye do be kwa kotu mo be kom funny face there no abrante and bibi ha no come to cry doctor squad diagnosis this again ye as you had no kotum 2 weeks if you me say police private me stop traffic match o do wako we be kwa dancer obi if you are that is how you also go and become part of the 51% na legal aid for can issue we here legal aid for new office omo peche issue we here ediba bebre won ma ye bu omo kwase they don't get justice. The law must work so that those people can get justice. Obi ya jini da finisem obi on ma ya jini japade finise ya jina say they need justice but on to mean to lawyer antino injustice 1 minute and would you car bo be a branch be factory be otema we play wa shisi ama branch no 1 month to cross on a branch na wu hospital but see no justice for that young man. The man is dead. No justice. Me wa Ghana for here. Why na call anyway? Why na guri obi atopa? And anyway, those are the nsehunu I Ghana for the connect trend or Twitter, net trend or YouTube. Issues and fire ho. Injustice is being meted out. Accident back on any part 20 no more. Me say I can say even first Togo force and change your constitution. Change your constitution so the parliament depend about Obama president. Into ya the man obe something na hope you. Oh Ghana, o dey compare Togo crowd and Ghana ye. But the American say, Ghana for we must make some issues very important to us. Me better my na me 1 hour say me do comfort them, me do president at me do it and cabo ya better trend and hear him views. But issues of national development. They say prison young call for the that. Me say the distance between you better me be soup ashama. Zongolaka. I say suba. You better me be soup. You better me be soup was side 2. Nebi a koto dia wo kekene e do afra ne acho. Na wo kwa dem. Na wo kwa ka nipa 51% na. Nipa 51% na ye ndi o masemo. Bo mu demu o jail. Inti issues e hia yen. Anka o se de bia e bo o mane tete aban ye pa adwuma. Aban o mane nkoye, aban o mane nkodanim, aban create jobs, aban hwe o man for ye. Okwa other countries oba wo ni kunu ye maniska. Ghana nke ye oil. Abrofo no kra o mutu ye oil no. In the last 5 years, we made 48 billion to Kobu Chrome. Says can we a young man, what you would at them? A be a mountain. These are the issues of whom when people say, honorable, me person issue or address for parliament. Ya better private members will be honorable. How can we be part of it? Ya person, Western region for say Western region, no Western North. The other people and also we are number 1. Sue government. You too oil. Nesika acquire money headquarters in Western region. Yes, you two oil assassin. Sue government. Why are you in that state? Adena nipe wu Coco kunkwa obi akofa Coco Fernando Potata kwacha kofa odi abreye no. Coco no krampo ye to be anya Coco 500,000 metric tons. Ye to be andru ho. It's a sick country. And a youth sorry. Na ye kwakwa ezu eyeza ye shirado. And ye entra ho ne ndi e ho agre. We should just tickle ourselves. We should just tickle ourselves. Seriously. Or mine no cannot continue like this. Me you to no man make dream ho. Eh ye hu anu awie. Ye see anya adwuma bi ma me snit is car at least my year adwuma of snit over 20 years. Is enough. Oti ana unchi okada kra no need snit o. Enti se abibia ye o se pension kra wo nyi bi. Pension kra wo ni bi o. Hey, Ghana ye amobo. Ye amobo mo so mo ye amobo no mo no di atem kese no. Mo ye amobo no mo no di atem kese no. Pension kra wo ni bi. Okada do kwhwe form say accident cry insurance kwa wudi bi. Accident insurance cry ye bi. Yet to minimum and we are just doing unnecessary things. Focusing on unnecessary issues. Insulting. Issues say here. And then you work Ghana. Carpenter. Mercy you work Ghana. Do not send a insurance. Carpenter so Ghana. Do not send a insurance. In fact, taxi drivers, Uber drivers, any boat near they do not send a insurance. These are the issues here. Fight it. That could not taxi drivers, Uber for near the mama check of parliament. That bring yes, you insurance. I brought more MPs, more JS Gasha. We want you to sponsor a private member bill so that Yansu Okada for Yansu Uber for both drivers. Yes, we have insurance. You have health insurance. You know, say you have security. Abrocho more mutu or yet or chuchu from cra or chuchum punches and call insurance or the host is insurance to cover that person. Insurance that cover the background. Yansu, do we have Obakwa also and woo? Because you do one cry operation to me. Now I won't know my crown to me to ya na campus operation. Operation bet ya. Operation ubet and then a president for time. Or yeah, maternal health. I will be a one free, but then we can't do it. Or my you too oil. You too a bauxite. Ya quadri bauxite sika. And the idea interchange to PBMA, ye politics. Interchange to PBMA. Healthcare and comfort pomo day. It means a South Africa. It means a South Africa. Ghana from 24 baby because they can afford it. Where? Para, ubet me afford it. Para, ubet me afford it. Paracetamol, ubet me afford it. Yeah, no. Me say, yeah, Yeah, bebre. Me see, we should take a cue. Showdown now, Senegal for their mind. They've given us a showdown. Senegal for they are giving the whole Africa a showdown. Say, brass see a changing here, man. And then just a young man, keke. We must vote for young man or what Jenny. Young man and old man. Obi a when you cry, when you wa Jenny wa kumapa. It's not really about the age. It's about Obi or your third force. Obi or baby. He's not part of the system. Obi a what share, Obi a what experience, Obi a what passion, Obi a what kumapa commitment. Where is the commitment? Commitment, yeah, the 3 months on work out. Commitment, no. Yeah, the politics or parliament. Yeah, there be we no go agree, we go agree, we no go agree. Now 4 years as soon. We no go agree, we go agree, we no go agree, we go agree. Now 4 years as soon. Media for no so can and kebe homework create here tinchen. The interview bongo ideas. Seriously. The Bena Kumasi road no be ye. I hear government budget say this year the be ye. How much has government spent? Emu dia no dia healthcare, emu dia no dia nsuo, emu dia no dia kane adwuma no, emu dia ye tegana ha. Enye enu abema manase a. Ene ko say contract PPA procurement authority dey man nyina nkofo akoti company wa akire ene omo award contract na mo public accounts committee cry nkofo echichi omo so ma diska no media for do say you follow up. We cannot follow up. You don't blame the media. Media me sikati dey. I don't blame him because you see Ghana for basic ko abontin na ko bongo ideas ni views or can kwase my reviews or as against the answer. We the people have shown say ye pense wuru ken answer. So captain, media me no I don't blame you. And say wuru na Ghana for a poll. And say wuru things that concern ye issues. Ye can ye show promises of politicians here healthcare ni ade no we must all be one like accept the agenda. Na branch about can branch about friend say truth or him lady please link up with abema captain smart or keteche fever na mun discussing the future of Ghana but you link it up because you see you bet me ayo but because more Ghana for na kasa mo pe and you sorry am na nyina ya set the agenda back say can this week ye road captain fire me fire keteche fire Robert Hughes fire advancements fire Chama General fire Namaya Kesi fire obi knows 1 week the following week yeah healthcare hospital healthcare another week for teachers salary teachers condition of service what is happening to teachers one about teachers some teachers any proper condition of service another time me a fire and show another time me a kania me a fire kania issues there be yakoya kra Ghana for mo nya de untie bo pese de NDC ba ni afa NPP ni aka omuti abo say yo he ne we fire yo he ne first sami jevia no fire sami okupa he ne sami oku abronye o fire we pa ni ani age ne he NPP all the way we go win this election se hunu we are more interested in see a party be win elections than issues that affect yen aduane ebedi your general well-being your good health meanwhile the point of ahochire no you go and end up and you tell na wa check hospital bed into your correct form and ka broche do to bed so na say o stroke ni ade a e ho na bed na kasa eyi wo ho o da bed na to na push ade no so ya lock papa BP ya dey share oxygen ho ya dey papa ade o ho na ma hihye wo ha hihye wachi me say bibia ye intact no Ghana yenye issues say no ehia yen me nua ba Abigail Ashley ewo despite media enye ya papa o say Kwame despite any doctor for Isapon any doctor Father Dixon na Yakupon hira o mo no mo kwatentene o mo de Awuraba ko ye ne surgery man kidney donor e ma Awuraba ne ti on ka by now nke bi on kan ye ho what as far as so me what this is an issue for the state. Dialysis every week be alipa 400 kokolebu ko he 500 just onipa nkwa aba be just costing $500 500 Ghana cedis. It when you 500 Ghana cedis and ko dialysis and just owuo mu na awko no. This is how Ghana has sunk. There be a Ghana yenim guase abedu no. Yeni ewu ama nkroma Ghana. What the Shemine Ghana, Gold Coast Ghana. And ne obi just a woo of 500 Ghana cedis and some away yankwa because dialysis ajiwabo so. E dey be me efie dia feel say we nya issue. Me can't funny serious because of say obi enya dialysis ba ochina bedu anya no mi o ochina ye nyina ebenya bi the rate at which I tonton no ne nsa apio e dey bombard Ghana for men kidneys obi abenya kidney ni bi wo de hwe ye nom e member nyina a wo Ghana nyina fo so mu hia lawyer Ompem, omunyina anom obi abenya kidney ni bi ne dru one abehu. Say if your life is worth 500 Ghana cedis, ubeto do. If your life is worth 500 Ghana cedis for kidney, ubeto do. This is the time. There should be no excuse, no questions asked. It should be on NHIS, health insurance. How much budget near the NHIS? How much budget near the coho? Sika near the BTS gasha. And can find gasha is can healthcare. And can look at the number of people whose lives we can save. There be here. I was for my mom good me say a showdown between politics and the law. Ye wushe Senegal for have opened the way for us. Omo bie yani. Omo bie yani say yam to mo bia only system nim. Forget about NDC and NPP. Well, let's go outside the system. Try something new. So after 32 years, you know, you better be or Guinea Ghana who walk come up Ghana na. And yes, Ezu Ezano, Shirado no, Yabaya Ghana will still be the same place. But on my ideas, you are damn very beautiful, doable. Even those questions, we are busy shouting slogans. Mama, dear, all your promises every day, be a promise. Oh, she said, Mama, dear, 1 week, one promise. 1 week, one promise. Bro, kote about me asoka. Kari ni na natural issues no na debi. Eyezu eyeza na ehia e mahama dey give promise o na ehia but critique promise no. Na say betimi aye adwuma na can he save Ghana? Sika no kra ye de be ya na free. These were the questions I am busa na do and free SHS no kwa ye nya aduane mankola no gale na omudi. Free SHS kwa nya aduane gale na omudi. Me say this is it. Me kokromoti no na ye de to man Senegal president no. Abranche say if you are a disappointed MPP member, it doesn't change your vote. If you are a disappointed MPP member, or you're disappointed MPP member, it doesn't change that Ghana here is salvation. It doesn't change. The Ghana needs salvation. Ghana needs to develop. Ghana needs to go forward. Ghana needs to go forward. NDC ni MPP no munyina beko na yetewo. Omu di omu okay. Omu ya ron beko abrochire. We dwene wo ho. And yet the other send message and then my year fear it won't change anything. Me health insurance. Mo health insurance to abrochire mo health insurance to Ghana. Me okay. Me say private health insurance 3. Me say private health insurance 3. Into where? What is your backup? We buy yari say I no want to bro. Yari akan kola na homa tiro de neba ko he. That is what you should do. Your message I bet send the attempt. It won't change the story. I was good evening. Just you like I'm saying, you know, yeah, and say Bayana Ghana, yeah, and then lawyer could do Aban Esquire, why the Supreme Court any the Fiamma case. Media Macamedy say these are unnecessary issues. I could go for the jail. These are the cases and can see at the court near his uncle for the free jail because he convicted you do a match and bomb them was home, but an LGBT near the court. But let's understand what happened in the court. Councilman Mo, good evening.
I feel good evening.
But just who you there?
Yes, I don't man. I'm also.
Adumara no mpaibo. Fantastic. Nti lawyer Kodo Aban, lawyer Kesia, ono ye Ghana Supreme Court is a member of the bar. Lawyer Mami Musa, some case no LGBT law no the court case. What happened? Chemucha na ya wa bonte ase. There at the end buy a case no court.
Je neba ni say abra
lawyer for when you sambra from once I change you come run the position sambra for good. Fantastic.
Emre kwamunu say usually no up to until last parliament now pass private members bill no. Bill bia na baba law no start answer na ye bia law no it started from a bill. So it comes from the executives. Inti executives no mo de boko parliament say sa di we no ye pese ye hye homra ene omo de sa draft na ma omo no omo aye no bill no ma ye bibia wi a omo wi a no omo da ma government no president no na wa senti asently mean say ordination say emeye mra inti the last parliament no that is the 2016-2020 parliament no no more pass private members bill. I say we a member ubo to me na what the bibia how akoko to say court in on fanya nemra. And no emanate from the executive It comes from a private person.
But does it mean say any issue be NPP abetimi so the private members bill accord to say
of course in this no wo hwe sesua or the witchcraft bill echo okay say bill na
ampa
anya no nko a also the another be mienu miensa bi kura so akwa omu na no omo twen say aban besan enti sam
but before I bet to us LGBT there adenti na yensuo kane na omo ye Dumsor any other issues ni na MPs and fan court they should force government to say more man can here be a doom biem and I say you to force government say maybe one my necessities of life I don't know the fan court
if you chance say Ghana ha no politics na eja ina no nim say two major parties no I'm referring to NPP NDC. Enti no sisi anso unim sa fiwe no so election year. Enti adibia na omo ba ya ombema omo party no anima benyam na masses so di omo achi say omo no mo ya ade no. Eno na me fi say politician for no yetu am ka so omo ye. Enti eno na eja omo so omo ye no. Enti
the issues na issues ndi eno omo for private members bill nko. But they are issues the private members bill beko.
And never more to my when you vote, you know. Okay, when him says I'm George, the constituency, no, this election of year, no, or we need about over 500 votes.
Sir, 500 votes,
yes, or we need over 500 votes, almost a NDC parliamentary, no. But all parliament, you know, we need by just about 7 votes. The first time in 2016 now. Over parliament, you know. We need just about 7 votes. Of course, this LGBTQ plus we never know you this now. Primaries, you know, we need about 500 votes.
It is near my vote, no more the court.
If you are anointing no the family say the family post or whoever you know
the family
Open first about now she say see two abano 2020 this December na abano nya you know the win san kosra na sa di we you ada ko Supreme Court ma gbagu na ne din aba media mu na obi ati ne din no me ka kire say ba affect ni vote bo kosoro. Enti no enye bibia keke na omo yewu politics efia omo education kakra na me man say na me kama ba LGBTQ
okay
private members bill no sa akwanja no omu nya no the last parliament that is 2016 2020 parliament no na Professor Maf Okoi omo de sa bill ne ba ye say o ye private member no bibia o pese o mo hya homra na se aban no femba ya wo botu aba so o mo hya homra
okay
na momu no na hu ahihye ne se sa emra na o mo ba hye no eni se o mo hye emra ne wi a ne mu implementation no ebu aban ne ka to acha se eni se o mo ye sa implementation na it should be eni se ba consolidated fund say a consolidated fund no say a fund that bill na wo private member na wo da ba no
nti na just a private member na wo de ade ne beba no wa na wo say wo fa ho ka
emra na wo pese o mo hye no eni se sa emra no mo hye ebo aban ne ka
okay
implementation of it enti se wo de emra bi kwa na so ma ya ma o ma senti ama wa aban no hwe ma aka se sa emra wi amesan say you implement ya bobo meka na embo meka
okay
but you know this about the 4th bill aba na ya private members bill LGBT na ka ho to asare but LGBT no na akoba ne say enam sa koye politics ntino aba no kwa kasa MPs na kasa no mo parliament no bebre no mpe ba omo suo say so omo kaka so omo mpa omo constituency
ya to mamo
omo to ma say oh sa na oye enti am na ja to because obi aso be ja na na so be ka say sa mra na dey ye now ka say Speaker of Parliament all can say who a wutia no sore no so kan o si wo a wo pese ye ba gi LGBT so na gina na so na ma so say wo ndi ntum obi ama no sa so one no ngam ko ma no sa sa me emomu no obi ama no sa so because o ma o sa so pa o constituency na ba ka say hey sa no subante na wo emra ye de bobo ye ho ban no okay mama let me go back a bit na mama another history ka cross wo onim say even Sam George ankasa na o propose this bill no as of 2014 no o say ohun hia
exactly me was that video no
o say ohun hia na two adults no mom ye wo mo dan mu no enfo bia ho Nemo the subsequent communication me matter say ni school a on ne bako anase ni bibi ko no enkofo na ma wo mo kire senia wo pese wo ye LGBT a okon wo ba fa so anase oba
o kan say school no is legon
enam sansunti no kasa no se wo pese wo ye sa obi ankasa je sa di wo da wo da ye na ate nkroma breso kodwe besia na sa anwe no eni supi no ye na ni se sa nkofo mo but enam se enshada ha obi anti no obi aso for omo on Tuesday almost started so omo promote say school for o ka say mri bi ba ya na omo ye education bi o say sexual something with school
yes
how we now something education bi
anya no mo koye hu book no
it is asem na it has been on the radar so at as name aban no esiso no aban na ka say hu say because under our law no afia under our law no our criminal law no our is between obema and oba so at as say under the ordinance no under our law whether customary law or Muhammadan law or any other law we have relating to marriage, you know, it's already an offense. Say, we oba now also we call AMA no work one on young oba. Uniform or what? Some call from Buffalo. Say, me Richard Kujaban, my coffee, madam for Edward Yamesa. Say Edward so aban say me kwa no ye kwa nyenye sa form na mfele because form e wo mfele no a man and a woman but man kwa chase
matwa nti na chese nka ye nhye don hia law foforo bia
nanu wo dada say so person wo wale in Ghana ha awale wo Ghana ha whether customary law or ordinance law no a marriage between a man and a woman.
And you
want to nkasa wo ye mama mienu mo ko no makoware on what law na kwakoware want to ware in any other law because under the customary law no your ba no be ma wo to me afa uno oba aduachi na oda ko che obusuafo e wo Ghana ha say mabo me babo ware afia o ye no anya ukunu ya oba no di machi ne mukunu na abuso pani bi mara obata say oba jesa wa na ma because until under our law no both under the customary and under the ordinance no a marriage between a man and a woman
and you know they all can cause say you waste time on this LGBT because your law that na wo no kra no awanye ye between oba ne be man tie hia foforo bia
it's more than enough the laws that we have now no it's more than enough. In fact, all for be actually no now for the now for the chino is unnatural canal knowledge under the Criminal Act no 101 no that is the law. What to me for be obi in kodemu now one can say within the chino obefa and no can say you're unnatural
Ah, no, so law or criminal act.
And the law is more than enough to take care of all this. So what I said, then one aspect of me feel say, and I'm so mad. Omuna to me say, young fat this LGBT man say, say, in Pakuno, no, so I said, them no you. Young woman or bonting. The day. No, I catch Uncle Fubi say, you're right to somebody you'll be unconscious. And no one in some judges say, in comedian, over your old demon from home. Oh, no, while we were what's in the name no fat, no for the cheap, and from home. And that's a Boko Street, also about Obama Fair, Uncle 4 bar for 1 o'clock for 4 bar, no, and family home. Then, woman, men pass over the school demo. Uber baby, no more catch will be said. Or no so much joining on your son, Oberman is
yeah.
The main aim of this LGBTQ and plus law is say it is targeting people almost promote to.
Okay.
And no any yamra must say.
Okay.
Okay. And no any yamra must say will be promote to a young channel. So I say any yamra.
And no, next time I know what yes, say bill at least abba.
Oh, being there and can you bonnet? No moment one thing is only says no abede day. I'm not for baby at it. Say, oh, baby, what's out to me? Because on to say this bill by no baby or home, when you say, baby, call home for LGBT. So I said, kill no son of no one idea. And in a man for super young people, baby, so to say, oh, baby, call home with curiosity.
Exactly.
I want to know it. So I said, but before no. From growing up, what's it be sir? Me, I remember some growing up in the body. There was a lady be closer to our house. No, my because no, your Obama. No, my should no Baba Kupu. Hey, Wakufa, mammy, you know, but if you're the gun upon pepper and mammy few mano. Or no, yeah, or no, what mummy. And you know, over 40 years ago, when I said you. Oh, yes. On Uncle and mammy, you know, Abertan in China. Some mammy, you know, what move. No, almost no, almost fear, almost one of my men. No, mamma, so did not about Bama or what mammy, you know. Oh, no, you're also your Bama. No, what a mammy, you know. Mammy, you know, no, show me almost in my fear. Almost probably be a man, my men. Until I didn't start to your chair or Ghana. I fear, and yet, Ghana how all over the world. But nothing said. Siciano, I will say, Bibia one time at so. Social media, Sina Minoka say, Yakasa or Yum, Obiabati. And to Bibia and Kasha Kukumuna, Obia Nimino, is a poor one thing. Yes, I knew what the doubt. I wanted most of the one had been about than a political legal issue. No, no, and I say, one may I say, he says, say, the best topic promotion, and then a political too. And the NPP for year you said the bear or the Benya vote on the constituency. Anything on the sure. Only the day now pass a bill, no, only in the parliament. I see the Baba 40 something than a pie, or more can you have 40. I'm going to 40, 20. Obiso Moa, or Simo committee, Obiso Moa, Namo committee, Obiso Moa, parliament. Oh, wouldn't say, you will come from passing and even 20. So many beers, non pass here. If you are 10 or my pass it. Opian person didn't quack. If you are not, say, Ghana, I nipa Ghana 99.9 say, Omo LGBT, I don't NPC, Johnny, I can't nipa less than 40 per our parliament. Today, just say 275 now, Honomu Johnny, LGBT law now, America, nipa less than 40. If yes, I'll call you low court, our parliament, say, at the time, no more pass it LGBTQ BIll out of 337 members of parliament, you know. Only paying no more if you only 40. Wow. Only 40 that the day the bill was passed. So what I say, but let's come to the substance of the matter. And you pass a bill where we know. And now I'm the command. President say, President on sign. And in fact, that time no one bill no in that bill quite a parliament too. And so pass a bill new. It takes some time. And sana Oma Yenuman and son of the command president no one sign. And the president to go do president in point chain. And no be court say bill no in fact mankind ne whole we no the parliament no but bill no is against this against that into all the injunction to parliament.
Yeah, I know your CDD for no CDD civil society for no. Yes.
And there's another media guy something Sky.
Richard Sky.
The court say Supreme Court tumpo and stop government in sign. So what I say? Or the injunction so call ye. Say, government to coin say government on some bill no. It is say and could do one government in point say mean sign me refer ma abia council of state almost on former general and BBC because no president to coin say what the bill bas on sign president but ma say my sign and I mean sign no am reason why ya on fan sign and I say obaka say to wase ma me fon come council of state na council of state so ndwene ho na mo mfa mu ngwa emre mi na sa na ma sign ina no ye adia president put me aye mpote fie mu ho.
Hello council me wa meet you council me wa meet you.
And you know, president in Kwabo to make say 1 my sign 2 me sign 3 me de kwa koma council of state so munhwemu ntina ikanya no ade anka president wotumi aye na momo no bill ko ankodu ho ene obi da asam no ko Supreme Court ento ade ko Supreme Court no ode injunction su ka ho according John Sheka was my president in sign, my president in Paul for now, on Jimpo no. And the president is say, hey, Sasama ko Supreme Court to dia. And no, me pese magu court no nimtia. And to be no come from by, no from Bampo keke. Ma montwai, ma Supreme Court, and decide say, as some of the buyer no. Eto asumu anase eto asumu sa time no kwa no mo fan koma president wo na bill no na nyandu president wo ansa na sa Supreme Court action no eba na mo mam fa sa akwanje we na me cheche mo bibi kakra se ye obi si onkwaje injunction in chesa asem yadi and it's an interlocutory relief. Oh, yeah, bibi. Ne pakon say, adi we no e wo court. Inti man ye until say court decide. No oswo say court anfasa ohye na anhye wa. Ubo koso no akoye. Inti by the time wo ndi case ni we no, na some no the case no kro ho ni faso biem. Inti et sadia under under the law no say Omo be servo injunction. Supreme Court akase the very moment am pakuru be servo injunction no ade wo bi ajai wo omo nyan di asem no omo nyan po omo indetermine the merit of the injunction whether to grant it or dismiss it. And only the position of the law.
Okay.
The position of the law and say who ye bibi no be about court or Supreme Court to be a who Supreme Court say Supreme Court on gentle on mawunjanya wo ya no on to say asem o de aba no ye
on be die wie
what the injunction no so no a process a different process from the rates.
Okay
na mo no ye mbra kwan mu no che say abripu na wo mu nche injunction no mu nche yo Now, the moment on best vote, sir, injunction and pray. Now you be a guy.
Okay. It was a injunction. The OU be also die. It doesn't mean that the president here, why right in law.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Technically, you're right.
Okay.
Technically, even though there have been other examples are almost what you call Supreme Court about the e-levy.
E-levy, exactly.
But technically, no, the president was right. Because when they serve you with a copy of injunction, man, you can't turn them until say Supreme Court
assembly.
Yes, assembly poll.
About addressing injunction, no particular.
About addressing injunction, no, very good.
Yeah, but the president to me defies our injunction no concerning e-levy. I'm also e-levy. I don't know where the person of I don't know where the person of court according to the rules of the court. Because the e-levy one trying injunction. That's how sign e-levy because more pesca. I don't know where they want to mean case all sign.
And nothing a baby ya dream no na catch say. And can you say the president? And ke outras a letter no. Baby no ya dream no. Say and can you say the president and outras a letter no on the first.
Okay.
Momo fa bill.
Letter na o ma asanti be di etu otro ye no.
Yes, and ka wo dem momo fa bill na mbra wo. Omo de bra wo wia because you have other options. Oh, you have other options. One of the
such as options, Ben.
One, what make us over sign. Two, what make us won't sign in order more back. Say, may sign because being a modiabano. Must say, Obi or mobile who say, or promote to LGBT, you know. You have no call prison. You no call prison. Me abamba baka minita.
Okay.
You minister. You never chess a canon into muyi custodial sentence in film.
Okay.
So I say about Makasa. Sisi ano mo di custodial sentence abemu. Na so bi so o mo de ko ensawam. Na so mo de ko tuma ya mana duane di eyaka.
Sir.
Mo di custodial sentence abemu dia. And no, it defeat the purpose of the private members bill. Because private members bill no any say baba neka. It is a dia mo de mo hwe ni biem. Na mo no mopa mo yi custodial sentence no mo yi fimu na mo san so family me
enti asem we ya wo kan asanti be di etu o ye lawyer ebi kra o ebi more years at the bar chair it is nim dia we onim enti advice na good president on mo because asanti be di etu o kro ya na control letter no esan
what do me compare dia e say wo di orange compare yo aye fiam pacho I am a few with them, Mr. I'm post na kosoro.
The president has plenty of knowledge around him. It is a president who can also know when you in dementia set in the memory no form. I'm saying that but just by the way, but just to paint a very picture say. And then Joe Biden, America Joe Biden cry when you dementia or yana refino. So on an or nana. No obusa ice cream. Ono kwa wenya dementia nti nya Ghana president and he said your president kwa na dementia sati ina mo be ni nyina you know the law nti na president o nim say obetimi he has the options so better say munyi custodian sentence ni film na mo kan go back to parliament no fan buy no time
and no person say na your options are in the president able to me exercise one o de mo family the bar emri na ebedu no a also communicating ma o say me ntumi sign Munye say. You're right. And answer the bar no waji. What shall come parliament there? Emrano Masaka. No moment may they call council of state.
Okay.
So no more be arguing. Okay. Understand my sign. What I say. Right now, no, it's an option to the president to do. What I say, yes, sir. Obi be down consult one more change as sign. What I say, but I'm also pray this side. Omo adwina etere chire a o so omre chire sa leta no call parliament ne say omo mpese omo bogu Supreme Court no nimtia
okay
obi actual injunction obi afare injunction say mo accept bibia na asem no Supreme Court no obeji sa document no
Atum.
Ono office say so yes ana and we gu Supreme Court no
Animasi. Okay. Okay.
And you know say mama from makra on say Supreme Court no
Ebewi. Okay, and yes, Yamra, and Nadia na court through out the film podium. Into what's happening in court? Because if this is the case, something I feel like this whole back and forth is completely unnecessary and waste of time. That is my personal opinion. I think it's unnecessary. Dumsor ya course what my general officer and kofo incubators here young kolani are there. That is more important. MPs, president, or these are the things they should be fighting about. And yeah, unnecessary. It's a say now. I didn't call parliament. What happened in court?
If you naturally say, and okay, there, in fact, no, me follow, but no, me control there. Okay, into two, but the minimum, no, my kind proceeding. Kaka, me say, court to told you, court to say some no, frivolous. The court are two, sir, as some now, MP need to court no. Court na dey atwegu. Okay. Court now gwegu. And the question is that now that na court no abo sa asem no agunu. What is the consequences?
Okay.
What is the result? In fact, nipa mienu no omde no confess no. Omde da wo LGBT dia no da wo no court nkan.
Okay. Professor H. Penny Odrigajepo, Professor Odrigajepo, and what court is so?
No, way no near court decided no yet the registration now in professor the talk the nominees now do call parliament no so and no one some the court to say the president have the prerogative so obey deciding no people and just some you frivolous until no court abwegu. Okay. What I say because to me banning the hand of the president. The court to do to me say obi about me sorry akọ parliament say you nominate obi na you vet obi na so obi baka say sadi we na waye nti no mamu nkoso no mu vet and I say memfa no president memfa no as a minister and no dey ka obi about me sabotage government no. Because what Supreme Court only be very busy.
Okay.
Busy place. Now see upon as I buy increase of no man. Senya sa, come your best 13 pe. Nti ne project no case go manim na omo ye no e bia wo tiwe so. O sa so tiwe so. O sa so tiwe so. E ya na manfo fi say Supreme Court no wo hokeka omo ye adwuma bia na wo case ko a e cha na papa na omo adi nti sa because case a omo di bia no eyamra.
Okay. And the Supreme Court now you na political anya say bia politics cases go omo so omo e busy nti wo dey asemba na ye unnecessary ombe pamo. It has nothing to do with politics.
Debi omo ndi omo asem sa Supreme Court no omo she jesi bia omo she NPP jesi omo she NDC jesi wo dey mem no wo ha me no kasa ya wo dey tena ha wo go say the same people on Supreme Court no. I don't know how the election will go to in December. But the same people who decide. I'm telling you, we are going to one now. Who him say NPP from far one this from far. The same people now more can. Omo say omo kono omo di bima. Omo bo shire. Omo can say all this judges now today they perceive them to be NPP. No, they were the same people that they will perceive them to be NDC. I'm telling you, that is the Supreme Court today almost share NDC atare, almost share NPP atare. What they are saying kwa. Omo decided in fact what some people could do what 20 years and for omo the embremu Supreme Court omo say o the for asam na bra o the ba ye never decided time ma ye the asam no.
Okay.
Onu say Andra NDC dey document be by president say the Supreme Court they see the Supreme Court as being biased and you know on the LGBT case akọ but say 2 weeks ago na Obidi it's about the nomination on the vetting of MPs and no more fa MP and no more no more LGBT no 2 weeks ago. I want no. Now me say now nobody decided my case as Supreme Court Indiana. Who NDC? Who can your party to the suit? Who court? Open one court in his private name. One young people, he didn't send the case to the court as a member of parliament. He sent the case to the court as a citizen of Ghana. What's your his capacity? That is his capacity as a citizen of the Republic of Ghana. No, this is a court. No, the court Supreme Court Somuya, who and this Obashem said, I didn't know. And no court to need this assem no one the LGBT gender and son no maybe this and also where you are fear.
And the NDC has no business talking about a case no.
I are politics. Now make a choice. I politics. How many business they are not party to the suit. How many party who NDC woman. Did you see NDC?
The Fiameco versus a year by no.
Yes. As an MP, you want as a member, as an ordinary citizen of the Republic of Ghana. And also complaining, sir, I didn't know Masama Medebayano and Rachi and House Woody. Who was a quarter? Nasa Umudi Assam no officer and Uni time. What my track Supreme Court is a two quite member.
Okay.
Is too short. Mama member tinting.
And the family also say a lawyer, so he ought to know this. He knows this in this. He even ought to know this. He knows this.
I are politics.
Some judges so see the Chief Justice is engaged in judicial thuggery and poses a threat to the dispensation of justice. Sani amano can politics is the bogus matter.
Ordinary floor member. In fact,
ordinary floor member. Your case.
If anything at all, I will see myself more of NDC than NPP because I have friends in NDC than even in NPP. And you know, no can I politics. If you are 2024 election year, election year, you will it is answer now. No, and NDC no, omo beef in the same. Because we are court, be so the case we are court. Focus be court here.
But can they not say that by the association with the Fiameco or NDC MP, by extension, a NDC for case?
Say what the case you are. Omoba here on that court or Uni. Go and count the number of cases or Uni. I don't know. Oman can say, because the person is an NPP, NDC, that so this you lose. It's all right. This case, somebody was asking a question. So, see, Supreme Court judges no more politics be any who drew on my law no more apply. But Timetable was making a case so US or mine Kakrake or more just 9 justices. In Tiadentina Ghana, almost say 15, right? In fact, we name the exact number, but I think it's around 15, 16 that week.
15, 16.
You know, Oma call some few to the bench, and she didn't mean the exact number.
Okay. If you want to go forward again, say where it just said, yeah, Papa, Atuba, when Uncle Father Atuba, and NDC Kakra, Ukofa Bafubonine, one bona, any about, say, oh, yeah, sometimes I'm ready, you know. But I know this is a justice appellate, say NDC promotino, NPP promoting into Onoto Becca's away.
The current Chief Justice, you know, it was under NPP, NDC time, no, be a pre-court judge. I know the woman or your software power ICGC. Me, I've sat under her preaching before. The time I was in a men can be a but or your pastor. A NDC.
And to give Chief Justice was or sign a software can.
Or move it in one car.
Politics in you know.
Or preaching, I don't know so your software machina or my bono. Where they are, I don't know, but pretty. Me, I know so pretty. And the time I was there, I mean, between 2012 2013, we're preaching about 4 5 times. I was there. Maybe we're preaching. So I said, oh, you're 4 past and the minimum. My make say, and then NPP, NDC time, and come look at Peacock. So my catcher said, and you know, to me, say, because of that, you know, or your NDC and NPP. And then they'll be back. If you as I'm sitting here today, and I can qualify to go to the Supreme Court.
Since January 15 years.
Next time, Madam will be president. That's what from sir. Because you Branaba to Supreme Court. Or people will mark say me NPP and NDC, depending on the person who will call me to. And then once they call you within a specific way, you know, NPP time, you know, almost for NPP time. Obina, you know, yourself, yeah, NPP. And this is so bad. No friend for some journey to Supreme Court. Never see you back as NDC. Now, Justice retired to Cuba. Yeah, NDC time no more friend. I don't know. So a member of NDC. It was not rated. I don't know whether it's true or not.
It's not true.
So I said, well, whether it's true and I don't know. But there cannot be any human being on this earth. What my own to trace? What my trace? Who says in Pakui? Once I actually NPP and this in there, the person may have related to one party or the other. But what you do, how to determine that the person is doing what is right or not, is the case before the person.
Okay.
The case in Pakuni Dino. I never determine.
Okay.
So I said, this is what the best you say. Oh no, and Pacono now say NPP time no more pointing to NPP. How many times NPP or more opposition on cases? Almost yet.
Yeah.
How many times NDC want to sue? And since I know better, all these people now my point to doing the NDC time, NPP time no. Do you think say NDC or NPP back? All the cases NPP no winner.
Yeah.
So I said, if the politicians are doing their politics, we the lawyers, we don't have to turn their line. Even if you are a politician, now who are lawyer, who can law some also can no. Who can politics, our politics. So I say, who can law look at the law and say what the law says. If you are doing politics, ask for politics in there. Oman Omkasam talk a crack no crack a crack. I don't know your massam. But when it comes to the bench, they deal with the fact. What is before them? One just I would not leave you. It's up to you.
No. And I can't come. Me reading messages in me. Me buy me busa because na me man for joining a word boss about 2 hours better joining and call. You okay FM link no one mu use no na calling in now so chire wadwene e wo ho. Me baba ke busa lawyer na ma fa mu nyina na mu nyina mo so ma chire wadwene more time just for you to speak your mind because Ghana na young Ghana for na dia. Ghana for yen e no man no dia. If saying Isaka Ganiu or say more fire vim lady na Jay or say vim your very own or my hine kwabna said it's a radio that forgets the third force because it's all MPP and NDC your fellow media person. Now what should say only rights or better na jene some more my hine was only telling you what is on the ground. What is on the ground is NDC for MPP for third force be ba no ma ko wurem no maguno NDC ni MPP ya na gu CPP NDC ni MPP na egu PNC NDC ni MPP na egu Kofi Krantin Odike omo so Omahine was not wrong. You see, but Ghana for no can do what the Senegalese have done. Ejina so the NDC MPP bet you are third force but what you have the final say. What you say? Alote a message out there but alote you say alote message or see if you alote message where did you go right now? Okay. Father I'll see look Ghanaians when the IMF influence accreditors and the IMF withdraw, our economy will hit the floor. Modi amupa, munko sign LGBT no. Full short ni adebesi. Ono so the message out there SN no. Zigma say it seems they see a fierce urgency to resolve the parliamentary stalemate. Enti no so the message or there ban no. Alote say obi wo president ebusu anymore no so LGBT ni binti anu to no mbeso mbesa no. Na any say yen sign bill nipa kro no so ye the LGBT dada. So that argument is flawed. So once you be president abusuam nti e no mbe so be sign ya. Say I say there's no law. President sign nipa cross so the LGBT dada. Boy ya mo koka na tell see here for you say Itafru Muscovich no wanye. So akoya anibomski Itafru Muscovich no. Omo ya LGBT ni ya sign they are still doing the LGBT things. So that argument no doesn't hold what I say obi president abusu anymore. Onu ye gay nti na president person be sign. Obi abedi ge obe Nigeria for LGBT law. Bob Risky. This week, your mama Bob Risky, best dressed female. Nigeria for bofu. Bofu. You cry blood. Now this week, yao. Nigeria for your LGBT law. No, in 2014, Yama Bob Risky, best dressed woman. In fact, Bob Risky ba Ghana, mukroya Ghana for yamu helino. Ghana for Bobrisky page more than anybody. Want to turn in the creams more than anybody. Nti mo amu pe LGBT na mo pe LGBT law no. The same Ghanaians. Mo kwa na mo so Bobrisky post video or say na this is my man. Mo na mo sa correct. The same people na mo see empathy LGBT mo na mo correct. Nti mo beja anya atom na mo nyai na law no yem pass. Why? Mo beja ya mo nyai anya atom na yem pass. Michael Edu say we don't want LGBT in our country. Simple. Man can't president. Lawyer catch them that say our laws were hot against LGBT. And Kroma time laws on me a criminal ni na wo hot that. I'm natural canal knowledge. Ufo bito with the show anum natural is a crime. Sodomy is a crime. Ufo bito mema mi enu for mo a crime. E wo law in Kroma time 1960 e wo hot that. E wo hot that. Then mama politicians na da mama di po move vote na lawyer I like what lawyer said. Or see vote. Some don't do parliament or the 7 vote or yeah LGBT or the 500 or the biaka. On that say no the GG vote. O mu the vote na ko JS Gracia. Na yete ya na come dey. Ye be brache. Geoffrey Koku Bonsu or say Bonsu say honorable Babin is fair in his deliberation. He's very intellectual man part. Adia we nyina na ase bi wo ho a otebabe ena yemfa ena ase no emma no koso no the way or ye case no di asem ne ade no he's been very good in his judgment pa o say Ibosu ne de so ode aba hello tebo ate no say what is Podanka got to do with this first LGBT bill patcho me say onipa bia has nothing to do with this law o president to on sign deal with that issue on to Abama Podanka bia deal with the president on also on sign. These politicians are just playing mischievous to win votes and come back to parliament in 2025. They will be doing all this to mislead the ignorant Ghanaians. So said the lawyer can't Yakubu lawyer for speaking the truth. And Mike Avadu say, why did the president sign the e-levy when there was an injunction on it, but he's refusing to sign this? Nana Bayemano say the new bill will empower and strengthen the law, which is already against LGBTQ plus. Clearly, this LGBTQ plus act is demonic and it's against our culture. And the president must sign this bill to become law by hook or crook. Okay, I know that when I want to have president to say the message to the president: sign this bill by hook or crook. And you have a right to tell your president to do what you want. Alex Bawu, I say Vim. This evening, dear, thank you for the good job. I want lawyer my in fact, Ghana, you wasted time in doing NDC NPP, but the main issue no. Ankasa Hoso if Stockholm, Sweden, and all the way Ebre, Stockholm, Sweden. Thank you so much. Akuya Thompson say, I've been saying this LGBT issue should not have been kicked in by the minority in parliament because it is just ethical, an ethical issue that is obligatory to every Ghanaian. Any ordinary Ghanaian could have heroed himself with their support. Okay, I don't know exactly what it means, but I think I get your point. Say, Nisenka minority, no class social LGBT, no so Ghana, yeah, well, baby, and ordinary person could have done this. And Benina Nicholas, if you are good evening, pa, please. You are a citizen of Ghana. I think you can also take the issue that borders on these issues to court against the. Oh yes, in fact, Obi abet me the case be court, including anti-LGBT. No, Sulemana Esibe. I wish I can tell you more about this Senegal story. No, I live in Senegal. Oh, Sulemana Pacho Falink, no, tell us about what is going on in Senegal. Whether and I like what is going on in Senegal. Auntie Sulemana Esibe, please, do me this favor. I need you. Tell us what is going on in Senegal. Brandy said, but if you were speaking for these people when they were in power, why don't you speak against them? In fact, Obia or Rice was speaking against anybody. May NPP but I don't owe you any explanation anyway. But you also can speak against them. I'm speaking against them, but maybe I don't want to. No problem. Ben's Bronze one, I say I can't sign the LGBT bill. And this man wants to build a church for God. Actually, I feel sorry for God. If Akufo-Addo is the man that he worships, well, everybody has left that job to Nyankopon. What you say? Whether you feel sorry for Akufo-Addo or not, it's God who will judge. What you say? Let's all push for our own salvation. Aziz Mahama, I say that's why media is that's why media is the cost of the whole Ghana. 32 million Ghanaians will be on the tier. That's why media. Sabi what Jimmy? And yet that's why media never trust Jimmy. I didn't want mama media. And that's why media is the cost. Say, Oko America, CNN, liberals. Fox, omo conservatives. Mo de adwene your coins into munsua de ekoso abrochire. E ho na yakofa democracy no, omo democracy na yakofa. Media houses go align omo ho. Na media houses align no, did you stopping what adwene from thinking and doing according to your mind. Uko kromoti ni that's why media be control our own kokromoti. Ah, President Kufuor ka hwe wa system no wadwene na to aba. And that's why media ayo den. Ah, that's why media ayo den. Ah, mo de bi aye ka se ma hia Ghana for no mato asem na kofa ba bi bofro. Ah, o taxes that's why media no control you level no. Ah, Piagasi keep up the good job if you are na munya adwuma said they say. Council ba me fa na me ma world boss ne Patrick ne Francis Oduro mu nyina mbrem no mo so nche o madwe council. Enti ade we ya back and forth is it necessary? Say see wo ye Ghana ni, wo ye lawyer, you have workers. Uti omoka as a Ghanaian. Do you think that back and forth yeah copy court? Asema na me sha na make say Supreme Court in Sawom according to legal aid there were about 51% of onipa omugu prison no yen convict on but they are languishing in jail. No justice for them. Legal aid for any baby on betna. Say see Ghana ya to doclo 5 cedi no lawyer. They here any back and forth here kono and I here incubated and I here kania which one are the necessary things are Ghana here?
If you are, in fact, and draw, let's say, NDC for actually, sir, press releases, I didn't see obedi LGBT case I call Supreme Court war. Na almost a day parliament, they are qua. Fa parliament, they no major LGBT no. Into no Supreme Court on your bias against NDC no. Na ha me pa because senior economy no. Ejina no. I don't think say so be decided say on any uncle by my bada so much onya for our values. Men person me baba school no be baba ka say eja media me baba kope for now. No baka say men person obukwa kokoro be ma no nawo na woroba na wo. Ene dia anhwe nkoba kra mobo no. Ma mbonu kra mo report am police. Na mo maybe me adam enkoba nesa. But I'm not sure, say that's the priority. I'm speaking as a lawyer. I'm speaking on my own. Me constantly mo bi anto me so aba. Me control employment application bi anko so bi for me djuma. Inti me fa bo. Inti I'm speaking for myself. To what you say. Na sina me kan area no, sisi no Ghana no akwa say NPP NDC. And those politicians no their interest is to remain in power. For people to see them on the screen that they are talking and they are doing a particular thing that to make them popular. What I say, and you know, and yet you the downtrodden no. What's a form of a because all Koshemua and Pisahino on my work, Korebu Hospital.
Eh?
One outside. And Pisahi, I don't say, oh, no, Jameson or Jamie. And who know on that downtrodden now? I jabber favor. I don't say no man vete. So we know speaker of parliament or dissolve parliament. You know, there was a law now. And question come pass it. Come this says can baby you Ghana. Amen. Woman pass it. So what I say to me personally, if you're asking my opinion as a lawyer or as an individual person, as a lecturer, so can one. Me to me, no, this is it's just it's about nothing. It's about nothing, to be honest. This the nano ain't for to be amreye. Me na make asa. Ain't for to be amreye. So what I say, oh say, ya gina ba so na una woka na area no. Ade na omo pass omo nye private member bill say obi ana wo GSS na omo nye dwanin di no. Sisi anom di dware ba ko me baby a me bra na baby a mo hwe no boarding house. I don't know from all the that is the do not sell crowd and a pokoko we akoko and milkoko.
Aye VSHS bono. They are no pokoko we akoko and milkoko.
That is the do not sell crowd. Yes, and a pokoko we akoko and milkoko. So those are the things we should be thinking about. Those are the things we should be thinking about. How can we empower the government individuals say able to me ashare and not to abandon our culture, but alongside our culture, no, how do we improve the life of these people? So as you know, this LGBT, just about nothing, to be honest. So as I said, to me, no personally, no, because as we speak today, oh your bema now could not a quam no who kiss your bema. It's an offense on our law as of today. NDC exposure, so one can support to come. Nasa who will get now who shall take your solid. Now, no ban ye be broke anymore, and now who has a battle.
Minimobi, I want the money at your most Akumono Beach, once a boys no hotel boy or Modin, Tomo called Pakipak or Sakumono, I don't get mother womb. Yet your yes, your offense.
Your back, no, your back, no, so who could draw. No, so only another about Boko job on Kisia. You want my show under our current law. And to me, just said LGBT bill no, and yet, Papa, because Gigan of Yanape, Yampase, your society no, ever say, Send a make a chewy, send me back or Babafie, no, said daddy, may change you from about his and your Bema, because all along, we're not going to go for self firstborn or your Bema, may change up your Bema. Who want that? Nobody want it. What else? Nobody want it. But and no interest say, also the whole parliament come at a what just because it said Sam Rano Yensaye. So I say who person who sabotage Abano. That is what is it. Just because you want to win power.
Okay.
So you know, I say to me who say Sadi way in here then time. Sadi way in here then time. Ghana for your cut tomatoes from Burkina Faso.
Burkina.
You cut tomatoes, you cry your. So there are so many other things alongside this LGBT, you know. Also, we yes, I be but my be also. So Sabo from me going to Newcastle. Night club, no one more, a member night club, a member Kwana Crab, and Mankwana Crab or no more. Now, ask anybody. The whole Europe, Newcastle is the hub of night clubs. But there are people who indulge in it. So I just say, the same thing we're gonna have. We have to find a way of preventing those kind of social degradation.
Okay.
But I know it should not be at the expense. Say, and now say yes, now you put your mocha some boko parliament, some question Mbo Ghana. No, I'm saying yes, speaker of parliament until say government are passing LGBT bill. No, man, you be uncle. Yes, now I say you strike a balance ni.
Okay. Okay. Yo. Mama na wase. Mama me ada asem na waka na we see e here ansa na e fata. The here no ne bread and butter issue say SHS for e wo honom na nkola ezi me nya aduane ni e arehumpo. Me nya aduane ni o, me nya aduane ni. Koko ano pa koko de we nya balance right. Akola no question de krenko. Me nya koko ni.
Also ma obi aso me no aduane.
No
do no ko gu no kom do na pa koko ni. And no say ya hwe. Na improve na danchi no. So when you see na wadwene bom na person worry obema na odne better on chen. It's up to you. I don't know interview President Kufuor, that's not kind. I see that you know say ba obema wutrimu. Say what done for obema kwakofa no. Because I a guy.
President Kufuor God there. Na so no what akonya so na ni nickname pa o ka ni nickname you say AKA your one. Sexy eyes. Me I say na wa broche share President Kufuor ni nickname no. Say President Kufuor na konya o man ma 10 kra obeje. On pupunity. Na ya culture ya mamre no be ma there you must be fruitful and multiply. Enti e no bia no bia ta.
Ochakunjom so wa hodi.
You see that only. Lawyer ye ko sia no Ipediase lodge. Oni ne nana no di breakfast or say lunch. Enti ehu na ye nyina pese ye chia no ne pese no ko twa picture. Ye ko gina ne nchen. Oh, no de obi akwa no de ne sa tu na chi sa na. O de sa ne na mo chi si papa no. Oh, you mistakes what we chefu. Who de ade of be your time. O gina na so still. Okay, I see e pa be tuni die ne no ko ya de hwe.
I say, me dina hey, dia di na be ma oba fefe ebi tidina me ncha na me se me mpa oba we na me kwa kofo be ma. And the thing almost say, some kofo be sa so no, eso ma dwumu ka. So, eso ma dwumu ka. And then I say emra no sa LGBTQ BIll no. yen to me into nangu. There are some provisions a woman about my boy. Because obia uyo about for fair uja on so now say also o person won ne wadan for ban e wale no e bia what you mom to show mu an komo boa and
it's na law make us inform nko hospital nko ye psychotherapy ma o mo no
yes e bia na o ma dwuru mu no e bia bibi atoche kakra because bibi ntoche wa identify na wo wadan for ban gina ho na wo fina no na ye wo de enya fine. Until you think I'm not done yet. Now, no soon say, Yanja Bibia ye, na yendi san kwanso. To extent to say, and I'm say, no be across Supreme Court, you know, vetting and approval of parliamentary MPs because to stop. That is all right.
Let us say, stop here. Healthcare, healthcare, they cannot do it. The generator can also toma general hospital your money be let us say they can buy, nobody can buy generators, nothing, everything has come to a standstill.
He's not to Misanyo because he's not the minister. He's just a nominated or acting minister. But as you say, Bill Biden also signed as a minister for health. But then what sign?
Mama no say.
I don't know who here.
Mama no say bebre na de wa boa ye pa me atene ma bebre ase enye de ehia asa na ye fata. I think that is the ultimate issue. Na MPs ntumi nya de ehia a be boa ye enye de fata keke a mo de bepe political points say because the party and e benye ye na ye Ghana for na kata like I'm saying no, these are the things I was say ye ma ehia ye ye pese to generator ma general hospital. But let me even show you the video again just to get well boss me ba very soon. Let me show the video again. This is the man.
Yama light up for Temajeno Asesia. Baby way or the CPAP for Edundu. There's oxygen but no flow meter to connect. This baby is on CPAP. There's no light to connect. Off. No flow meter to even connect with the oxygen. If we don't get light in few minutes, probability that we might lose a lot of babies is high. Temajeno Aniku. The whole world is full. No CPAP, no lights. Everywhere is off. Everywhere is off. Babies are in data. This baby is not fine. CPAP is off. No light to connect. No flow meter to connect to the oxygen. There's oxygen but no flow meter. This is not right. We have about 10 critically ill babies, all on CPAP. The whole place is dark. If you don't get light in few minutes, the probability that we might lose a lot of babies is high.
Probabilities and high. And these are the issues. Especially MPs, the private members bill, Parliament, these are the issues and kawasa muchim blows. These are the issues and kawasi ababana mu ye zu eyeza eshira do we me wa Ghana for no ya block ya ban and our nominees na ban block o ya NDC na wani age me wa wo na unu ebi bekwa koda general hospital politicians e Ghana nobody general hospital politician bi anko I swear to God general hospital me papa kra obe wo kra de ni ko general hospital cause politician be anko general hospital to the moment na on yenko so enjimi ye ho no mo nko so nye sa said on be ye na what boss mama good evening
if you good evening
mamti o
me comment kakra bi ministers na omuka say ya appointee omo a government business will come to a halt no me menti as you if you are.
How someone tell us why?
Because Nkrofo we omo bano and then on we did to 9 to 10 months to a election or then on what are they coming to change? Nothing.
But also I can say that now omo yes I know parliament because there were bills loans bi wo ho e bia ne de enti you can say obi ntumi nto general hospital obi ntumi nto generator momo. Can nobody buy a generator for general hospital in this 8 months? Yeah, okay.
Oh, generator they are saying here. So much of my survey Dumsor. So what do they need generator for?
Na say wa woni say Dumsor Ghana. We asem e what say ya argument.
Oh,
Yeah, video na me die no hu. Anya Dumsor na na hospital no.
If you are into 2024, yes, I can generator once. We don't need generator. Solve the issue. And no na can once no. It is a way to man solve the issue. Now that another issue be about. Now video who there no ba be excuse there. Yeah, be no more here.
Fine, into what boss? To say in my minister's nomination, yenjai.
Yenjana, yeah, recall it or more. Yeah, you or Mufi Hono. Yes, I recall you or back. Because there's no point.
What boss? You and I know that will never happen. This recall, yes, I just said NC. But how do we ensure that we protect the citizens between these 8 months here?
Oh, if you want to say Ghana, no, we say smart problem solvers. Okay, will be the injunction at 2 nominees, so they cannot be appointed. I do a bit much going into the future. So, as a smart president, what do? You can recall previous ones no back because they are not dead; they are still alive. And you know, and one is why you're balancing, but then you record them back. Say, okay, position now on Sabra back until say case you are solving now, you are appointing new ones because new ones no move on and yes, somebody anything extraordinary there. So Ghana be collapse. No, it's just a more or less like reshuffling of ministers. These new appointees, sana mimi huno. It's just reshuffling. Okay, may you wait here, me the way for share. That's all. Anna, a lawyer who can say LGBT no, my consider na yen share day-to-day issues now, sir. Bread and butter issues.
Okay, one customer and consider. See, we have existing laws to be brain. Think I am prioritizing sad day-to-day issues, no? Yeah.
Oh, me huni sir, because say issue be a bar. I say you're solving it now. My postpone issues, no. You're solving it now, going forward. Because the more you postpone, you know, now problem ne build it.
Okay.
And
you know, what boss, Musa be road versus LGBT. Which one will you pick as priority?
Me may pick LGBT.
Road versus Utia Brochentia. Hey, bro. If you hospital versus LGBT, then I pick LGBT.
Yes, because at this time, no, and no now.
What's what in Crobes on our one?
Oh, me what tells us?
Texas, LGBT law, maybe you are.
Oh, every yeah.
It's insurance for America. We okay for America. We minimum wage here. We see how income in a year. For you know, $250,000 in a year. And you say NPP LGBT hospital over Mahama time. It's a hospital here, Mahama time. I will take it 10% a salary cut so that you basic cheap compound keke. Cheap compound. What boss? You are living in a bubble.
Mommy explained the reason why me make it up assertion because no your hospitals endorse. It be na watch say light of aba. Okay. And this obi ko dini true mu na onya yare bi na BBC na ye ration ko hospital then the best of this issue no. And he already know your problems be what to me solve it. Now you be compounding with LGBT issues and then that's going to be worse.
Now say me one answer one question. You see our problem one year you be compounding now.
Yes, I don't think I'm
what you say LGBT over problem now you that no.
I know they will how you solve it, but my compound it the existing issues.
Okay, until LGBT then the LGBT for no will compound Ghana issues.
Yes.
Okay, you.
Yes.
Yeah. Yo, my now I say America compounding more issues or President Donald Trump crying to me and stopping no.
If you recently what is North Carolina, so my mistake for passing that law, more person reverse it. It's there. A bravo for no omudi TV. Omudi ebe remu. Later no more as a reversing it by no ye remu yen to me baba.
Okay.
And unti I say yes more smarter. Because almost is lost like the way I change baby diapers. Yeah, no, yeah, baba kuhu sa be taking years. But omunyara senator no more pass it.
Okay.
And omeye kululu no more pass it. No so share so ya jia to usu jitum. Jitum I won't mean go with chibium, but omo bet ma ko mochi because omodi Western sanctions. Jitum now be reverse. Omodi Western sanctions beba.
Okay.
Western sanction no crowd more package at work.
Okay. And I don't be send a message earlier. No, cause ye pass it full on the umbema full shortage beba. Na you see a bin on the Nigeria for no. And Nigeria for whom children almost see. And somebody was saying no be send a message to Ananoka. But my man was a world boss. I don't know so much.
Uganda for no.
Nipanuka say Nigeria and Uganda. Nipanuka will send a message of I think YouTube or see Uganda any you know more economy na say because omo passes all on pen as abrofuni start say omo mia omo chase argument to the Ghana yepe people they will start pushing us until omo we will omo suppress here.
We should be ready to put our economy in a resistance mode. Start to share alternatives. Say okay, omo Uganda for no omo ye no sanctions we no more buy. Until say na yesu be here be counter those sanctions. Smart leaders again. My can say omo the sanction be buy until my counter sanctions antidote. Sana smart if you are smart people Sana is all working.
Okay, what does I mean now I say they are very true but why wouldn't see a chrome banche cry into me smart to so you imported chewing gum $6.4 million worth of chewing gum. Dan make sure more you imported over $200 million worth of you imported a friend saying Engo $198 million worth of Engo from Thailand. We have shown say you're serious. Smart thinking boy. Brad Francis, good evening.
Good evening, Obahima. And the one master crowd. Name papa I can't send me say baby I do no ekrono. Traya na memfa hobby. Osaka se muane nyina osi nipa ne nyina dane nwan a wo de wonso dane wo ho aponchen yenso yenhwe. Se bia baby o mo kona wrong a wonso de na be ye. Last me by me catch us.
Me
catch us Ghana yenye problem solvers. So what I say. Enipa no kakra na omo ye intelligent a omo be bibia maye no omo nyina adwan afrikrom ho. Gay lesbian problem no ho. Enye my aduane ni o. To be honest with you. 2 years ago, me send a video we call Chrome. My wife from side the honum kakra nti.
I must say I'm not dancing.
Free your friend say Jacobu Fiankoma.
Oh, I must say okay.
Yeah. Me send it mo kind bi me send mo kind ma I was side to but I'm not sure so who share yeah. Who share road that honum quite kitty just I don't know. Yeah, that me between you say so when you know be a to be journey who's a quite way crowd and change in fufu na kwana be back. It is a car background just about put me packet. Just yeah, na say we cannot even solve this problem. Simple, I mean, what be chakwan homa a kwan mo bi se ne be ya car ba we wait me who we wait me nanka mun crash it. But on be jano sa abon sin run fufu aba abon so bi abe crash obi o na nipa no bi aka say hey before my mention at the parliament Ghana parliament omu di agro pa no mu di no because my mention there's so many cases where honoma eso mutimi yedan etimi pass na Ghana etimi tumpon enye LGBT to be honest with you anka enye agro no mu dia sa omu try compile sa law we no nke so mu jato ba bi kra because sure this world na no Ghana up till now Ghana leader be anywhere with me didn't say sinable eka say look the mobile kind of men yet. Because one, ukra feel okra na wenya organa no kra no will be able to the amount. No, we are amount percentage sign. So enti untimi cry enye dan entimi nane crew cry or no wa supply your own people a fuel. So how much more say okoji samra we tuma oka say ye be oppress you kopim say wa ngasa obesan back obeba back say hey my papa pejaminsa. So what I say because Ghana it means a problem. I didn't think say oil oh my so now obi no about to know amount 5%. And there was a time I'm saying minister of mining minister, I don't know, say whatever minister.
Mines and energy.
Exactly. Obijana say Oman negotiating for lithium now Oman who Ghana no when you 13% into Oman ya there. Oh, come on now. It's one of me crime here. Because what one who minerals that will land so Obino metuno fankonoma 13%. Na sabe ranting meba Gugana no won't mean to adenana. Just mintimi who the way I see june. While we're training nipa bebre Gugana won't mean for omunye. We got a long way to go.
We've got a long way to go, and we've got a long way to go. And I feel your pain. Say you oil, you're too oil. When you say to my refinery, when you say to my refinery, egu. When you say China for ABC, you refine your Ghana.
Oh, never. Mente crowder.
Oh, I'm a refinery. Only maybe I'm a refinery. No, I'm a refinery. No, at my refinery area.
Which means picky Ghanaians na intelligence no masadum. I think say most of the engineers now what I have on my friends we no call other countries, you know, others say Dubai and Qatar. Yeah. They all gone. We got a long way to go.
Ghana assembly, you can't because I'm telling you, don't assembly I know pa. If I went to yes, I from no Qatar for the far, and the rest of them also went abroad. No mukoye juma. Tomorrow find the workers na kaka krebi ne ho. Ya guno and ya ko China for baby. Say you crude oil ne beba ne ya top finished product. Ya to diesel. Ne they are businessmen na Ghana no. Omo crack on omo Ghana bro. Omo ko to crude. No matter kerosene, no matter diesel, no matter beton, fuel station, no money. Tamari find in your crew, no dear Edma. Kuradu, Mamintia, Kuradu.
Good evening.
Good evening. Somewhere.
Yeah, me about such a cacao with you.
I'm gonna say now what to Kwana.
With you, yeah.
Okay.
But you LGBT, can you imagine say, and what the idea say the same what the Galamsey fight yechi. Ya quine. Just when send a Ghana for you now, so more cabina or so sign. Can you just imagine what the Galamsey yechi? By any case, no. When the cases are embrace pass your best of LGBT. And yes, she may not make a show because Netflix movies there was no. I don't know about at least 50% or more a phone. Cartoons, yeah, you may say. It's I go be needy. I say, I'm who know. Me Casanana don't sign man and sign. But they may against they say, you be introduce you a man who's a band as an influence you. But say individual, major, where the 18 or so person, say there. I have nothing against it. Maybe another, maybe come in sign. Because Ghana no Kumasi to Accra with the road leading to our two biggest cities. If we take no dual we now no dialysis shortage of Ghana. Oh, it's media though meaning say values no, that's not how we were brought up. But if we ask me to do our own reality no,
it's bound to happen.
And yet, go and know you. Some pan or kind because minimum say na do on sign and the idea that because say leaders no it will go very radical or no or ben na say me say you know until Europeans no until mom but na do say na me hu no he wants to save his face so after a capsule man it end the to ya on sign but the me person can say me to me free a man see me free Jacob na see me back Ghana no yeah
Really?
yeah Jacob na free na see me back Ghana so me call
Oko
me call na see
who will say I'm to NPP 100% quota ba kukura ni won win.
Exactly, yeah. And assassin say no. Assassin say pano. The too many
Galamsey kwa Aisha one to Galamsey. And to Galamsey no musika 2% ko ni wa mo de road o.
It just say in some no dey ogun amodin di LGBTQ no. I am one papa seriously. It the make say I go in NDC sign and sign and safi. Oka hate for that same sanka nye social media eliki ya sanka obi anti wase maja say eti obi shene dem na so ya me dem make am say be influence
Dabi na credo before cry Hayford once again na Bema woman na yesi Hayford ne ko ye anubomski tafrumuskovic no he's all over the place o guy no e Bema
wa she
but on the be amoya bikini you o she bikini na sebi on the show ibom no de nam.
Wow.
The protest, they don't say anything. They take pictures with him. Or just he's big on TikTok. The same Ghana for they follow them. They say Bob Risky Ghana for follow no more. Meanwhile, this if Nigeria for passing on more no 2014. Meanwhile, I feel quite Bob Risky crack public. Openly no about social media. Say Makoye meto, Makoye me here, Makoye me saying we are still supporting him.
Yeah, it's American me Europe and me wona for omye bia what I say but me no me values into me but I don't just say make I say me fa we are down for no I know there because I mean yeah on Korea or my jati o man e koso o man e be bo mo busiani ade it do be bia reality me a face it am dem person me can't me come here another commencement sign I know there me but Senegal as my main kakra unze Africa send yet to know yeah level of development in Bibiano and penny for them why because Oshe hospital without beds nesta and penny for no omunyasa experience need you. Inti I can say na experience here. Me want say experience na because unya will power no and I will be a bolder. Or pepan so be born my uni experience and no and say and stop it. Iti me Senegal dey many Japan me weekend na me call conference we na just a Europe no almost the almost ha no and say dey no almost drink climate
climate change na ade
and say and no no almost start consider say almost per se impenyu for after I think 75 yeah moment about because they will not vote in favor of climate change. You can say reduce production of plastics, animal consumption. The idea almost start to say after 75. What I say? I mean, and it's so easy to happen, but because it makes sense. Youth those one just
so, do you think that the youth in Ghana may follow the Senegal for year? No? Is it possible?
No, it's not possible. Only the Jamaican.
Yes, Ghana, they like say.
Yes, because
Hey, oh Lord.
Yeah, political culture no. I say NPP and NDC no. Obe join here. Me say be join NPP. Ask na menya president Ted no. Ebe also umren so. Sa what I say. They say John Dumelo money. Samia Wukum, Omunya, maybe on bit my Ghana, but Yabeka say train into over 20 the best 65. What I see,
a better one, I is slow.
Obedi 65, so on actually be why you get your non farm. I make said that many general, but and I make a political culture and then why ma Obi Samba.
Okay.
Senegal for on the other hand, no. Only a very different francophones, like for me a different, a bit radical than English African way.
Okay.
easy, but yeah, monpa. Says
Empire bomb the next enya dia Ghana for ya agene na se kura du mami na ase ochina ma fro
but your last one I mean na po there no we say video no ma share me buy na me share bi aside say the ensem na o ka chen ne dimi na no de ti ho what sugar gin glasses that wo mu na ni ma say just the Ghana
ya nde hu nim na po na kasa sa no te
no but say public official US way congressman ye bisa wow in charge of energy bisa Dumsor was ma betimi aka sa se me a kire no
wow na po no munyante na so no still na dwe nim no ye doctor o ye surgeon no nyiro obi an za o ono politics the two no kwa mo no anya politics o ye okay o ye surgeon nti won say doctor bia so dwe kaka o doctor for ho to no fo bia ho
ya jeje no so ya friend
that o say this year nya say jeje no so o ye this year wo mention nti ono no sika obi nti sa attitude no obi sugar sa no te and yet because of a minister, that is his nature.
On to the American at you. Send no on. I said, or take me who's the American. Chroma Macron, Mirabina, no borrow Lex watch on. And I interview show ye. The way I about out in the media. No, maybe what position is all ye. We have results of one now with the magic dark space. And same Yama. Also, this year you had to. Okay, Martin.
I good evening.
Good evening.
But I don't know, but maybe but I edition, you know. Of I tell another internet in the DMZ London for them internet. I say, good evening.
This is and Ghana, I will walk party see Ghana. Set a whole general hospital. No light. Nanso so enkophobia share that to abamom so mku see anemu. Omo na Supreme Court na omo hwehwe LGBT nominees ho eku ho ntokwa. Emra hospital. It's an indictment on the government. Sister here, I have seen the Nico before. Baby, I didn't collect good incubators. And I know what goes on there. Come was but
no, we got minim
the story now, yeah, and you drew our home. Whoever is the health minister, whoever is in charge of government business in health, they should resign immediately. Someone resign and not just someone you crooks. We are being led by crook leaders. And may say if the man who is in charge of health today, so one resign because of that newborn babies, Umugu hospital honor. That man and all government appointees, health ministries, crooks. Crooks. They are not there for the well-being of Ghanaians. That is what is happening. Now, from NDC.
opposition.
They have to be a credible opposition members. And so opposition for Sebio, ye need damoso. Say, me third force, no. Me near buy for and news wafa. And to me show say, obe by na obe dia by na chidi near ma to 2 year my. As also a whole lawyer and the appointment of government. Now, abina opeso yes, opeso yena juma the open or obey. They will do it. And we are not there say
yes, minority for no most make check here by.
Yes, and I won't check here by, but we want to check that by in areas like lip funding enyam koye. And only a person would do juma but wa funding kokafo said we go srem. Sister Fia obeje di say lip funding for the year 2022 still endru srem enyandru ho. Auditor General Report, 31st December 2022. Yeah, so there are receipts. so they have paid out the money to them, but the monies have not been paid. Some of the things Ghanaians, we have to fight for them. I was me ka eho stresu pam abrewa bi ohia sa lip money no. Or they are to a drano. As a society can enyan dru honum. As a man sign who receipt to I Auditor General's report.
Exactly.
31st December 2022. I read all. It is about 386 pages. Me kaini na.
If you want some minority phone should focus on side sikana and kono.
Yes.
The hospital near my here no more than chasing LGBT no.
This is here. Me unim. Sa abine Supreme Court to the Parliament Assembly. Reference be in 1970 Ghanaian Times and Daily Graphic that follow 5668 issue. Buzia.
Okay, volume ni na.
That's sister ya kan
What do you share papa.
We are reading. Yeah, me yes bio. Enipa bi a ye be ma 200 cedis ani akoto abama mu. There be ye be see kan ni who the press what and then I didn't see ya na ya ba be duru ba bi ewo yi. Efri ha himfa na ye ko. Now we can only know those things. I just your book. No court. It happened that there were fight between Buzia, the parliament. It was on employment. Then in 1970, I was not born by then. 1970, it was the same problem that near Ghana. Employment is an issue. About 56% of the youth between 18 and 35 are unemployed. This thing is in the Auditor General's report. As far as that is my point of reference. Now, yes, idea with you. LGBT, Europe, UK, time almost started so much LGBT no. No, much to chase the Kama family BAD. Equine you're correct, hospital you're correct, school you're correct. And sana you started see LGBT once na ye if any you do ye nuru baby a say aban bi person obedi ade enti no. Chinchina yemfa LGBT nye political issue. Among for
I don't blame me aban oti akonya so say. I don't aban kro no solve ensuo, on solve kania, on solve road asem ansa na no aban na so I dey na gene akọ LGBT dia president cast one sign. On sign na akọ ye road asem ka obi better na say. Ba on sign also so aye das dumsom. Also so hospital kro mu ni kania. People are hungry. Should the government rather not be responsible for these things rather than opposition for?
Yes, dear, this is opposition for we are hand in hand. Even though you are in opposition, but it is like you are in government because we know the reliable alternative government in the that we will lose. And the policies, they should be matching. Policies are necessary.
Okay, the opposition should not be pushing the LGBT, but they should be policing Aban to deliver on their accounts or be deliver. No. Okay.
I don't know, but I say opposition form they want to win political power. And our country be a political party. A person winning political power be they will use the weaknesses in the system. What I say? If you have so much LGBT semabe. Enya dia hia Ghana say enya no na hia
but what if opposition wants to catch us on kan nsuo kan IMF kan abantie enti the ombetimi private members bill de be kona no LGBT no what because only me by just say they've been shouting too about issues. In fact a minority asemi akofa na po asem ba nyina omo ka say ye odum somti for timetable bra say somebody will argue say they've done their best. They are not in government. You omonya den
this is here. They are preying on the weaknesses of the other ruling government so that they win politics. That is what they want to prey on their weaknesses.
Okay.
Me ma come somewhere we me person me correction be.
Okay.
The man now or no or abana or political party no so they put beba no or no anya third force so sister yes.
Na me can say they be oba o say e cheda ye onipa.
I mean, Debbie, since if you're third force for your doors,
and the child and your third force, no, come
on, can because or no, I also pursue or yet a poor Kumasi, and ye enya no ye hia eti chada ono onye leader of the third force ono no ne dia ne friend of something force but
eti mo third force one na emu leader
as sister fia ye as a British constitution ye dosun unwritten ye dosun kan ye hu bom na sister fia I think we are going to raise a private member bill in parliament. We want a national program on Ghana road system. Okay. So no see we are MP and by force say oh yes our way.
Okay.
I see it follows our route 20. Ghana is about 11,000 miles or something. Oba the oba yen baby abedru na ban bia ba ye be ma so wato afo ye Ghana roads keke ene ye pe
yo
ye nya after ye be kan the aka
yo brako ku de o de I send mo number no cause me you group page na ye nyina ye discuss send mo number no wa ati na baba ko say na o suti what brako ku problem
if I mean any problem and you see sometimes you want Sebi any opportunity na yeba platform dama insembi woni de yeka. What has LGBT got to do with hospitals when you electricity? As some America say it in the way you are making a point, but don't mix it up and it's actually doing politics.
No,
we are talking about
I'm not doing politics.
I was quiet, I was just shaking my head.
This is if can say we don't need LGBT issues now.
Okay.
Yep, abino or quite my
okay.
My okay. Parliament no candidate bia.
Okay, but could I'm making a point. As uncle the more LGBT, what's a priority? The point in your priority.
If you priority on your basis. Okay, say minimum. That more okay. Okay, about about 1970. Na nankas also one wunumpu. It's one will read ahead. See, sometimes the things that we read, it might not be factually correct. We need to keep on cross-checking. So you cannot give a definite.
No, welcome to newspaper article.
My point to be. Onyima, did you know any a road or hurricane? Did you know anything about national development planner some years ago? Obi Nkofu proposed here. Abenbi Chinchina ex-president Kufuor or Kwasi Bossman was here. Where was he? See, sometimes when we do these things, we need to be very, very careful. Don't let us do this. On your point, in some of Canada, I was just, I just wanted unpunction. Moral when you bring. And if you are Muran I want to say Pom Joba Fra. Make a point to be there. Tema, or you find the story you know all about it. If you are between the two of us, we've not had a conversation, but between the two of us, you know those who are behind the tema, the Chinese phone, or you find the way, you know.
I know there are business people behind them.
You know, and you know the reason why. And you want to watch it, sir. What better a man, Ghana government and Ghana or man, one Japanese one. Now we make money out of it. You know how certain people have been greedy in that country. Your problem now, we don't have any problem in Ghana. We have leaders who are self-centered and greedy. Man, Minister of Health one sakna or use word be. I think it was charitable. The word that he used for the Minister of Health, Beku was very, very charitable. What does hospital got to do with LGBT? Obi said na I will pedebezi me in fact konim. So I don't care. I don't care about you. But the thing is, we have leaders, we need to make them responsible. We have Ministry of Health. Even if they don't have a minister, we have directors there. We have regional directors. We have district directors. So what is your business? Even if there's load shedding, you should be smart and sensible enough to know that hospitals are critical institutions. No matter what it is, until light off with the whole Ghana hospital contains it, there shouldn't be light off because people's life are involved. Do you get it? Why do we have to, in this age, why do we still have to be talking about Dumsor when we don't have standby generator? No, if you baby, I was here, and we light off that. No, seriously, let's face facts. And we light off that. Fine. Ebe we light off umpa. There is no way about hospital be ebe we light off. The moment national grid require of automatic na generator kicking. So it's banana it's you make say how we do see all day jay we do here. Na ebe appeal for fans as well that got the generator come will be. Oh, what kind of are we building? And when these things come out, that is where I have an issue with Brakoku. I don't know you, but when issues like this come, don't forget about these politicians because one communicators, they are stooges. But I cannot be a stooge. Excuse me, I'll be very blunt. Sometimes, and these people that we have as leaders, the only language they understand is insult because they know. Na yakogana won tata ede bia. Yakogana ma catch up there. Ozum wasama amakasa. Mutu agbonizin. One kasa media person could not radio. Do me catch and me kind. When I come to Ghana, he owes me a slap. Why? Because information on channel to know. It's needless. It's senseless. You don't need that. I don't care about politicians. Certain institutions, schools, hospitals, police stations, security posts, where you do so, where you won't do so, but there are certain institutions that they have no excuse.
But I go back and see, who controls all these people? You are your policy. And your policy, these people, these areas are no-go areas. Hospitals, what's it? Emergency workers, emergency establishments are not part of it. Where is the policy?
If you are, maybe so awesome. Since I am here, my wow, minute and you more pharmacy. I mean, me chop money. Send me chop money, $1,000. Let's send me $500. You don't, as a good wife, I do not have to come and tell you that if you're there, no matter how much money I mean, or they make sure that I don't have to do that. Before me, my friend wife, hey, Edwin easy, then easy. And sometimes you I mean, I be some my friend say yes. One him. Just me okay. If you don't need a minister to come and tell you director of health.
Yeah, okay.
That's my friend then my general hospital, although you standby generator. That's the thing. That is why I'm coming there. This has got nothing to do with ministers and other MPs watching on LGBT. In any case, we have three arms of government. We have the executive, the judiciary, and the legislature. In all these things, it's a politics, and it's a governance. You know that the executive is trying to push, is trying to force the legislature to do something, and out of this, I have resistance.
Okay.
Why don't they catch them? In order for you to know that I'm powerful, I also do something to your discomfort.
Okay.
It's them LGBT, that is where it's coming from. But it has got nothing to do with hospital. Okay. Hospital, it's if you are able to generate your parliament. Push the leaders, let them be smart. Even firing the Minister of Health will
not solve the problem. Okay.
They have to prosecute them if the law works. They need to hold nurses responsible. They need to hold the minister in charge responsible. While prosecuting now, we send more number.
Send more number and send more number. Private message. Go to send them.
All right.
You back up to also number. No, Patrick. Good evening.
Good evening. Well, and your man, I'm saying, yeah, sometimes you're confusing your money. Number one, your CASA priorities are according as priorities being you. Because you see students, a school for any week, say students will have motion and they will be assay. Now, so Yankucha catching say, issue iPad free iPad among students.
One student, one iPad.
One student, one iPad. Electricity bill no omode iPad. Omode charge iPad. Ekrebensi. Even omukot kunya be no omukot na so dey use iPad. So when you want to talk about priorities, even the very government now, what is so? What ye free SHS or no free SHS no kwampo find priority. Because or the year priority can you maybe say I make case say Kenya. The Nigeria hospital baby lewu and nay. Say yes, any generator no here. They have a generator.
Temajono hospital for no generator.
They have 2 generators.
So they also your tema boy, so you know.
They have 2 generators.
And what happened to the generators? Obi na dum nana.
One baku ewo training hospital side. And a baku ewo emergency ward side. What is happening currently? They said the generators were at fault. 40 generators. Now, workers omu ye juma or honomuno. Yenti omu allowance ni biu. 80 time I also was spending all the ye juma no. Obey juma 8 4 hour pong. He will not spend the extra time to fix the problem because he's not being paid for that time. So what happened there is a pure management problem because Tema General Hospital said Tema General Hospital once it has come where they don't have oxygen. It has come. Amount for donating companies have donated 2 generators to Tema General Hospital.
So they have generators.
They have generators.
The generator na fault abom.
It's not even performing at to capacity. So, but
say no, the obi me so attributed to the Ministry of Health because if they have proper systems or structures,
the Minister of Health doesn't manage the General Hospital. There is a director there.
There's a director there, director of hospital. Yes.
Oko boy, was he not just elected as Minister of Health? How long has he been in office? It took us so the council say, yeah, where are you going?
Okay.
So rules on the quiet. There is a director who has been there for all these years. He is supposed to manage that place. Well, sometimes we take our eyes off the basic people who live there. With every area in Ghana have directors. Draw salary there. What do they do in the 8-hour day, 40 hours week?
Okay. It even has must roll a director and I wasn't head rolling.
Thank you.
Now, Patrick said director also because only resources or the bet you have to say come on my What happens?
What has he done to show that? Because you do to at the end annual, it is your responsibility. You have to ensure that resources that you need, you find them. If you have not found them, what are the steps you have taken? You are not in leadership just to enjoy. You are there to solve problems. Leaders are designed to solve problems.
Okay.
So that is the reason why Obi Bas no kata. Mahama Beba Obeka say, and you Dumsor aka not ban ye. No. If you are a leader, you are supposed to solve problems. Obeka say, and yes, a coffee in the buyer, but na problem about hand. Kasa any anka akrabet near the idea. So the idea such here. Any obiabet near the idea. But it is the ability to solve problems. Tough times will come. That is where leadership must stand up to resolve problems.
Okay.
So who is a director in a hospital? Na what steps have you taken as the director of your hospital to make sure that the lives that come to your hospital, because Dumsor private hospitals have made provisions. He has made provision. Or they have made provision. They are ensuring that they have power every day. So the problem is that we have people in managerial positions, directors, who we always keep our eyes on the politicians because they are the one looking for the vote. But the truth of the matter is that the basic civil servant that is at those directory positions are young voting man. The primary failure we have comes from them. And unfortunately, they are not held responsible because they know somebody in political power who will go and speak on their behalf. If you are I mean, Accra where we will say, Obiba we will say, a ya baby and Kenya some ketchua. So Obiba because power has been cut off and the child was in an incubator and couldn't get oxygen to breathe, so she died. Oh my goodness. Can I ask something?
Brother Patrick, Mami Nancy, it's sad. And I work on the systems. And I like what you are raising. Say, your cost structures, ni man, Crawford, who also should be responsible. Ibrahim, Mama, good evening, Akwaba.
Good evening, Stefia.
Mami too, madam.
That in Monday, I'm a say, I'm say country, I'm say, jokers, serious. I'm say, and I'm say, she papa be because as the whole country, and Casapano, now say, yet meets now, see the whole hospital, general hospital, where your clinic, general hospital, moi. Now, we do more light. I'm a nipper to me woo. And the mission president, no, or man, Casano, and find your backward direction, I see in direction. Because you need any other plans, be I just say, or my way, see move forward. Because as a president and I say as a leader of the country, you have to put some measures in place for ABR who they should follow up. Say, when I may plans in it, and I when I'm pressing it. Now you're sorting energy crisis once and for all. But it seems like say there's some crisis in Ghana. Every year there's a crisis in Ghana. I ain't mean any plans say plan with the so I'm a nephew for once and for all. So what is the also you NPP for ya. And for our emergency be a woman before you now be a for NDC MPP fully MPP. Now so about where is a via. I'm say I might be a position. I'm say son Yaman or Moye. Obia can be a omunti because Shanima Kosi just a air time Cassan. I might mean for be message for be a mua or bet young say, yeah, we are not say you say, but what in someone don't know a friend say, my Chupoku Prempe, a bekai. It just say, I am Guasiacra, Obia, we are fully a yipa, yeah, we say, okay, a tipo as a vice president for Baumiano. Some of the kind, and yet, none of the Nakasa and Nakasa, sometimes could never be planned, and some of the kind, and say, so much mean control, so much mean means most there, a yoma, our more umber composition, umber presa, and sana, or position. Because never, many papacy, ya, Jampan, once one or canon. Because Omana Casa, I say, it's the way I say it's me, Oman, if you for some say, Bia, chat down money. Lancaster no community make Cambo in a year one force, and a community building in a strong way. Yeah, and I bet me like a NPP or NDC. I see a 2 minutes to go because it's a former part. M10 and I saw for me in our bay. On by followers, no, I'm say any so NPP near. Listen, party near Bonnequana. Still, don't be defended. Be defended. So, still, any party. I mean, only say, your moon say, air costume. Only say, and yet, still, no defend. So, defended. Yeah, on my son, I support two parties. You can say, will be a party behind the party. Or me, I can say, I do near you more by you move for it.
You bride mon, I mean now I see baby. Dr. Bacchus, I mean tell you, so nearby free mood this week because of health. I said, the same general hospital, nearby free mood.
Yeah, we
1 week crown so yeah, me born anybody here.
9th of March. Which is yeah. And you know, I hate tables now for no pan so then you can. You know, and Swedro Hospital, yeah. And you see, in near my woman stories, information what am I know it is not pleasing, you know. But you bet one more because my DPI and Cosa, DPI we have to do something. So one will change your plan. Well, you lose some crop for there, but I mean maybe the future no say one facade and you'll be someone losing a life.
Dr. Bacchus, network internet minimum what Texas there, but I don't know the a freezy.
Okay. Oh, maybe I'm using the phone.
Use your laptop no because I think I will share and I sister. What did they say? Almost say Dumsor and almost say then one of the free moon and I said what happened.
And yet Dumsor per se, but who said our sickle cell? I don't know if you're still hearing me.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know recommend this or request this say be and come C-section na omunya kwala no. and they said no on push. Then the unfortunate incident happening. Yeah, and if Obi or hospital, I don't know if I say boy, about to take me on. I mean, I'll be in Ghana very soon, and I'll make sure say we follow the due procedure, everything. Idea how I grandpa. It's very sad situation for the family, but we have to move on.
Until I am so internet ni freezing. Person can story I don't know. Say I say yes, I'm next week. We need to focus on
maybe Monday. I'll try and see if I'll be on the I'll give it. But the Qatar me that kind of say you see you blame your position too much in Ghana. No, you want to for our rule on mine. Why do we always blame Obi Osinche? Because opposition won't even go alone in bread. Kakra over to why and war your word. I see the press and I being those who supposed to be held accountable. No, Obi to say a doctor, a hospital as my king. Obi in charge. Yeah, Kwakaso no you baby. Now you blame his opposition and won't push it. We can also force them to do the right things. It just say ya holding na yam fam obi ya mani to say onye dwumane man no ono na ye bonus from what oh na yes time bia yes I'm not saying so opposition in the role I will play but ni na ekoba 70-30 yeah my government no at least 70% and now 80% say wanna be asha once na or your position here overseer once na niama enkoya what niama baba out o sike bibia akoso marco di loan when use the year once what the abama yemu but you can say one here we most of the times they want to me every because even say bill here what party would be fair example a co-position asanka one assign they cannot into what power now say power that you be oh yeah now what's your opposition I don't think that is fair though that's what I wanted to say.
Yo Dr. Baku since mpacho next week why many abusuafo ni mpacho ma omo shede ne ya akoma me why it's sad say uni an say we 35 me boa
35 in Kobe 36 in October. It's a very sad situation,
it's very sad
and it's not because of sika na say bibisa well negligence inti never be money about ya can mama yan can say it hospital me call Ghana in November December number 2 na December na make a change of ye wrote in a hospital access to quality health care a problem and doctor to patients ratio just look at it that me really baby was 1 to 4,000 and then middle way can be a 1 to 8,000 crack here into nipa ba akwa nipa 4,000 you think say e be effective and into those are the things that ye nyina yem for ye humbom na ye say ye betumi aboa and wo hwa ye mpanimfo wo de enimi wo yare won ko that hospital MCU wo Suedu I don't think so yare obeko Suedu hospital I don't think so
because nko be hu problem na wo no
but they don't go there. And I say, all Kobeman special treatment, Niamana how Timemufono, they don't see it. And it's a way who I won't feel it. Maybe alcohol, so Koswedra, dear our friend, ya don't pray. Make hospital every time that I'm in Ghana, I go there, I fight. Because fighting in Pono, Bisu Chika say, we are two no. Yeah, stress and why, because Mimi, Sabine, Sesebio, say, Ebana say, my queen will follow na near Mequia, send Bianca, what may save no. I can't any problem, but young call your one crawford, your one uncle for which your aunties, a whole lot of
Dr. Baku say next week. Now there's a gamma for now fighting for them, no. Usually they are the ones who will fight you.
Yes, sure.
You won't pen this are
sure. Yeah, inti China it's
that's you. Bra Francis Baso no can say I say any papa for no be Ghana. Papa cry who near Ghana any be fight no be did you at them. Wafanagi good evening.
Good evening, my dear.
Pajodio.
Sapum boko de.
Adum now so e.
Nyankopo adum kakra na mafia. Fia we de men kase sebi. Sha Kwame Nkrumah buye no. Or the Ghana nyansa nyina. Or the ko. Mafia wo sere. Because said debate bi wo kra na nka enye entasu mu kura se nka Ghana mpanyimfo obia even ka watena class 1 dem akwa wie san 7 akọ training college awie akọ university awie e kotena se debate ho nke ye musuo LGBT gay lesbian ya mpayin fo no matwam ho
nya de o say waste your time
we are se bone no eye miensa ho abibifo ye mienu abrofo ye broni ye baako bone no first one ne say ye bone no ye say nature bibini obese insuo obese inwia obete say niema nyame aba eboye ho ban no bibini be say no owia de ehusu wom ne say te say obeye bone atie ni nua na ni nua kese na mabia koni generation na broni de ne say obeye bone atie ono ane onfa ho say obeka ko gay onfa ho say obeye lesbian onfa ho say obenom nsa abro ka be bon ono ane life no abrofo na tena se yahu say sa boni mienu na ema man say no ye wom ya say yensu ya twa ye nnua mmoa ewo man nu ma omudidi bafia ye se nko mu nipa edi agro ya say ya say omunyina na ye sanka ye nnua ho nsem na omuburu ye nnua na ye nya nnome ene ye sa na tie do momfa ba ko no mra meka ye ho preko omuburu na mafia nkade ne chese obi ewo wie university a wotia so ndem sebi mprebiasa sebi ye parliament bo so ni hwan ne tewo hwan ne ba o se we dia me kombo so wi hwan tire mi bi ne ba omia onam ya so ndem Pentecost ne hwan fa so ndem na fedi entia wo ko debate LGBTQ
Send your phone na de court MPs no bi anfa court o munyina apneto
ye ne ya ma ya ho kwan ma abrofo no de ya ba o kom because obo se sa aboni tu no ye di mafia brochira wuti wa se broni ase ni nsu wa se broni atwadua
obaka koje ubeji permit no ye ha say ubetwe ni agi so tua $800 eno kwa untu mi tacho obaka ko from no wetu aka
odi ahinkan pro mo fro say achenkwa de be
yeah achem
onum de be brem
brem na dani sire
thank you nti suo na ebe bo ho pan ya nkwala na ye dwarim no ne aye den asey nua na forest na ewo saa ye french tema ayi honum no obi aye well bia ma na wo fase bro ni se bibini ni mi yansa o mafia yo munim because tio mo se mafia o tiwe wo hu na wo ba da bia wo ho na wadamfo abafie no wa bedidi na okọ da kro ba no be bisa se ma nanti maame wei ana papa wei onso ja anu ana dia asara be ka tro ba no
ya ne kokore se ya na yama ya ho kwan na LGBT no kra be ya asem okay
abi ye mpanyimfo no fru plo mu be polo a omo ba ya no maka kire teacher for so mo kwa mo kan kire P1 and credit for nkra na se abibifo no Jimmy da bi om ko je be busia kudi nti ya ye leaders no ye leaders no mu die dim no na mafia broni nyansa broni because omo ye mara atu ho kakra na omunye nyansa na ye mara na to wo se hweye de wanye we no mo make follow yes yam panyimfo na se nko mo hyemra omo ne di sa abone no
ofana giz mama na wase na je se Ghana ne de na o ka we di ka ye boni mienu ne dada
kwa men kuruma ko ne de o de Ghana nyansa nyina ko
I wanna know what no ofana giz mama na wase ya good evening o se kwa me kuma de nyansa no kwa de na je go enye ye bio
ni bi an je bi ara poko de
adum
ye problem nyina na akogina emse bibia na ne da kwhye mbefu de die nimu na nam se no omo be hye boni nti no ne aban panyimfo no ne ejai omo ewo achi se directors omo a managers na manage ade na nkasa no na se managers no eye fault so na politicians for no so sa be die nimu sa be protect omo eno na ya na menti ase no was say a time was say BBC esin that time was say in say communicator bi e be jina ho e be tra radio so so the sign pan esa na ema o man nko so na mre bia no o ma e wa chire na o se nko mo ne hwa de ma de ne koso no mo di boni saa na mo di ani mo wa mo enam se mo na mo be di ani mu ka se be we ntin no na mo no anim guase ni na e ba mo so every time was NPC no everything up na BBC ya director no na fortune fiwa wo kokoyi wa no ini se we wo MP no ana say ba say sa party communicator no na obedi enu mu na be kasa ma sa nipa na no adi bone no so say ye hwe na sa adwene no ye mpanyifo no sa adwene no na ehye also wo hye ma nyina je say institution ne gina say institution ne ye adwuma MP no umedi enu me kasa mu obi asemi ba do mu na director no ho no only say bibia no ekoswe no enam say na papa kan say na me nuani ade ya ha say via so nam be say workwe ni inframe efe ni bia butukwa mu a sakanse fo metwa bia no a hey yinya wo be kwa kofa nwura mu wa first person obi ntimi ntwa bia no akura so kwa kaka no twa wasem na me yi a obi ntimi nyi enam say da bia me ka say me say Bible no say ba mo de be kire na na yesua wasoro dem no bebere ho a omo yibi firi mu wo hwe ancient history na the 10 commandments no the 42 laws of my art and no wo say wo say nsu a why bone but the 10 commandments the nim wo kumbu a why bone bebere omo 10 commandments
no one day me ahwe no even there's a professor who check what book about religion so some as say the osum so kata yani wo niema ehia see ebe ye no say empese ebe say topic no one of these days ye be pa ma be na say of our free UK F love udi Francis meboa
mbachane
yenti o
so me chebusa fo nyina
obi ajo so
sa issue bi say si a ho sa tamade no Mrs. Bintoa, open Sebia, normal thing. Sabe, Omanet, ye film Ghana no. Sefia, Yembelu nipa life. Nipa wukano, Yembelu. Adenti besi nipa be 20 adenti si nipa 20 na me adum 20 ni wuye. Ase eye normal. Sa atamade nipa wawe. Sa akwa enam ECG. Into which I catch him say, the MPs near ministers, why any emergency director will fee, I do lighter and so. Directors from that hospital, no, why any be? But because of say, Omumbalu Nipa life in Tino, hospital more common generated Timama will be a train on quan. Wabra in Timifa and Quano and Babak. Ya panic. Me cousin. Our class is here, okay, operation, our car. Because of mistaken tea, Omo entime and Pama DNA a year. Ama and Frama Ababe Jinem, the always be was said, the same is car, a man the cop, a query review, home corner, say, and easy, is here a man of problem. Won't mean some will be.
Hey,
because of Obi mistake. But Ghana no, because of say you who scar. I said, guy on mine no, your Ghana ni you your mom scar no. Ghana no, honey what? Ye na sebi. Ye ni kama fu ni sika no so. Ewo honum. Enti se two ye na ye ni sika na enye issue. Na two mom scar no bia enye issue. Sanka ka say tamade esi we. Sanko koye se minister bi ba ana say MP bi abushani a anka ombe su hospital na ombe su. That is down no. I make some damage. No, there's no answer. But because of so on mine, who needs to can also come up for? Oh no, it's here. I find a trial. Mr. Sankata Piazza, I can idea with Sankamati Boama. A Bushia, no much messy hospital now. No more hospital damage. It's now only Bushian answer. On mine, some of my tickets to your phone, they see I find a trial, a man cop. Be mistake now then nipa be 20 30 no more na ya jana sa because of say ye nsi obi a wo ho ye mposo obi ama ne nye ehun adwuma Na sanke AC na nka yesu amanfo ho na nka yetwa mo damage a anka on be stand answer. Obo hospital mu a na they do light they need emergency generator betimi automatic betimi on it.
And Patrick say temani o my say there's a generator there. Omo backup ho na say. I say na workers so my imagine say musika bi wo kam. Omo allowance bi wo my training nyina ntia ne omo nkoye kra apparently and also ka ho. Black of justice amma good evening. Only my last caller.
Good evening. Zefia.
Yeti on batman tie machine no tie ano yeti
Good evening. Good evening. We'll find that. Malam ma kan wo da cha. Me follow wa ba enwe da me ye. Match. Me all that practically good work. Phone minti. Ma suffer be 5 years in me follow. I mean Germany be my dome FM.
I have a German in now.
Mabo, no. I will nana yabrefo. Me check one dodo.
Oh, me that's yeah. Unko pay SMP nti double.
We are the no maybe bia no wa tamfo one.
Nyo.
Ntinda comment malamete but now since I mean who style what I add na didn't.
Okay.
Nyameboa ata.
Yo,
All the best.
Martin, me that's in article inti. Thank you so much. Medasi baby wa for justice. Thank you so much. Ebusafo, mami na mo se mo join jasu jumedi. In fact, Ekuya Thompson. We say if you have more fire. Na bent bronze one. Bent, I think my kind of message you. And also because nkofo bebre wa adwin money nti wo Dumsor adokro Ghana my piaga. Thank you so much. Sports active. We say if you enti na wo nim nema wo fire nyina from 2016 na one can say Ghana problem there. If in chroma time it's been the same. Ye nyina ye beka but obi anu nye heaven mo amu send the message yes ya from some kasa radio so be mu ye fieros mo besa mo beka santi mo hye ye chi na ye nyina ye nkasa na Ghana na ye ma ye nyina ese so a ene wa woni mese ma ye nyina hwe de Senegal fo aye. Let me show you even Senegal president
Bassirou Diomaye Faye, Senegal's newly elected president, vows to restore stability and fight corruption. He represents the voice of the new African generation. And
I mean, fancy one my Senegal president no 44 years penny you didn't do a cremony or so be fighting corruption and he's bringing new energy new vim and na kuna Dubai can say e bin si o Ghana cause Ghana no ya tena wa man this NPP asay adwene and you cannot even criticize your own party, you cannot comment on your own party yen Ghana for your problem and no nyina na abedu baby a Dumsor Tema General Hospital cry obi se menka say Dumsor General Hospital. They say we should not say it. Ghana no baby abedru no. Yeah, the politics here be even the life of human beings. Yeah, the politics. Abusa for mama na munyina mase e bedru December 7th. E obi akokromote one for everybody. The awode baye no is you. The awode kokromote baye no e wa wasem. So obe to the status quo no so obe change ya. It's up to you. Obi vote me there one also there one. And the terms of for him, I mean, I also free Germany now joining here to say you offer justice. Zigma, thank you so much. Also, time will tell. But your cokromoti mum ne betre. Your cokromoti ne betre. France from say Senegal is fighting France. Akayen, what are we doing? Change bang. There are new people, but before now, between now and elections, new faces will come. It's up to you to choose the new faces or old faces or new policies or old policies. Nina yasem. I was for mamina munina masana mamuna money some join here on just you made. Mr. Kojo Hansen the producer show no DOP adibediakon and then a boss or no emia machines in DJ all black and so na in charge of bibiama. Yada munina masi. As a down come me got you FM Ukran to me Naspa Radio UK and Adavopa Media so Belgium ne France and with a nini team so US Abrochimemo Kings Jersey Radio so US Abrochimemo. Thank you so much for joining us and good night.